I was in church today. Let me see your hands up. I was in church today. Okay? You're in church today and you have found your time here. What I want you to do is, I want you to clap for yourselves. Yes, I want you to clap for yourselves because you were in church today, and I know that some of our churches close very late. Am I right? All right, so, and we are able to find ourselves here. Let's clap for ourselves once again. Let us appreciate ourselves. God bless you. Okay. So I'm actually being dressed like a celebrity. So let's wait for that and see how. Okay, so can I go ahead now? Okay, am I still going to make use of this handheld mic?
Yes, sir.
All right. So very quickly, we're going to stand up and we are going to take an opening prayer. Let's stand up, please. Let's stand up. Let's stand. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you. GTX Homes appreciate you. Our MD appreciates you. GTX Homes Abuja appreciate you. So I'm going to beckon on someone to come forward and give us an opening prayer. Don't worry. I've picked someone already. Sir, please, come along. Thank you very much.
Let us pray. Father, we thank you for this day. We give you praise because you've been faithful. We are gathered in your presence that we might learn of you through your Son that you have prepared for us. We pray that, Lord, you give us understanding and wisdom for living in the name of Jesus. Amen. By what you share with us, empower our destiny. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
All right, thank you very much. Can we have a Muslim person to also pray for us? Because we need to acknowledge every religion. All right, madam, am I correct? Thank you very much. It's okay, just take it. Amen. Let's clap our hands together for ourselves once again. Let's clap, let's clap, let's clap, let's clap. All right, I used to say something. Now, when I ask somebody to clap, and the person is kind of reluctant, I will say, okay, clap, how many cars do you buy this year? Or how many chicken do you want to get for Christmas? Or how many houses do you want to build? All right, so let's do it like, should we do cars? Houses. How? Yes, real estate, right? God bless you. All right, let's do houses. So how many claps you makes up the houses you're going to build? All right, let's go ahead. Let's clap. Let's clap. Because if you get to a point, I'll not begin to tell you, we are stop now. Stop now. Stop now. Stop. All right, thank you very much. I have counted about 100 already. So if I tell you I'm going to build 100 houses before December 18, what would you say? You say amen. No, would you say it's possible?
It's not impossible.
It's not impossible. All right, let's clap for ourselves once again. Thank you very much. So, before we sit down, we're going to take the national anthem. All right, we're going to take the first stanza and we round it. All right, so let's go. 1, 2, ready, go. Arise, O compatriots, Nigeria's called obey, to serve our Father's land with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain. To serve with heart and mind, one nation bound in freedom, peace and unity. I want your chest. I pledge to Nigeria. I pledge to Nigeria. To serve Abuja with all my strength, to defend our liberty, and uphold our honor and glory. So help me God. Let's jam our hands together for ourselves. Welcome somebody beside you. Say you're welcome. Handshake, you're welcome. You just do like this thing, COVID-19 style. All right, but we're actually going outside COVID-19. Have we all taken our vaccines? It's quite important we take our vaccines. God bless you. Let's get our safe place. Let's sit down. You're welcome. All right. Today, We're having a very beautiful program, and this program is all about you. Tell somebody this program is about you. This program is about you. And it is called Real Estate Investment Masterclass. Say Masterclass. 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 All right, thank you very much. I really appreciate everybody. You are welcome to this program. My name is Paul. I'm a project manager for GTS Homes Abuja. Thank you very much. All right, so I'll be calling on our able branch manager of GTS Homes Abuja. He's going to be coming on, and we have a broadcast pledge that we often take for every program that we are into. All right, so join me with applause as I welcome to the podium Mr. Farouk Usman. Please let him round of applause, please. Mr. Farouk Usman.
Thank you so much, Paul. Good evening, everybody. How are you all doing? Alright, so before I go to the broadcast here, let me just give an opening remark. First of all, I'd like to acknowledge everyone that is here present today. Thank you for taking your time out to come here and learn. Because there's something that is wrong with our society. People don't tend to pay attention to learning. Most people are more likely to go for a social event than for things that will actually affect their career, affect their personal lifestyle, that affect their well-being. So the fact that you are all here today to become better people than you were yesterday, we really acknowledge you. So before we begin this program today, my first question, why are you here? What are you doing here? Why do you take out your time to come here today? Because you cannot just come for an event like this, come for a program without having an agenda. Most people just say, okay, they're already going there, let's go now. But the question I'm asking you today, what are you doing here? Because if you don't have an objective, you come here today and leave here today the same way. Right? We all went to schools. There are people that come to class for different reasons. People are brought in because they are supposed to pass through that stage. People are there because they are there to just pass their exams. People are there just to write. So it's not about just coming here today with a book and a pen without having an objective. What is your objective today? So I just want to ask one or two people, just tell us what you hope to learn from today. Do you have any volunteers? Raise your hands now. Who knows what is here for today? Let me see your hands up. You know what you're here for today, so please. Please stand up, introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Bessie Aminos.
Yeah.
I'm here basically to learn how to market real estate and improve my life and be able to help those around me.
Fantastic. Please put your hands together. Who else? Who knows what he or she's here? Okay, please, him.
Good evening, everybody.
Yeah.
My name is Felix Ame. My objective of coming here today is to come and tap into the gold mine of real estate and make a better impact on myself and on the society.
Fantastic. There's one more person. Any other person? Him is hand. Sorry, sir. Let's take you after him, just because.
Good evening, everybody.
Yeah, good evening.
My name is Tumbulu Perry. My reason for coming here today is to get to know more about real estate, thereby earning myself the right financial freedom in the future.
Great. One more person, please.
Good day all. My name is Henry Chukwumawoike. I've been playing Text Home for quite some time, and for you to succeed in anything, you really need to know the secrets. So I think the text has secrets when it comes to real estate. That's the reason why I'm here.
Fantastic. This young man has been waiting.
Yeah, thank you. I've also been actually followed. My name is Joshua Abuja. I've been following this site for some time now, and I think it's a privilege for me to come and learn from one who has actually mastered the trade for over a decade, and to be at his feet. Yes, and also know how to master my will in real estate. Thank you.
Fantastic. Please put your hands together for yourself. All right, that's really great. If you are here for real estate, you are here to learn how to sell real estate. If you are here with the objective to better your lives, generally, from real estate, I say you're in the right place. There's a plain saying that says, opportunity comes but once. But if you look at it, opportunity actually comes for those that look for it. Because if you don't look for the opportunity, it cannot come to you. So you being here today is you maximizing that opportunity. It's you strategically positioning yourself in a place where you can learn. Right? So for all of you that have an objective here today, and if you don't have an objective now, please write it down. Because at the end of this day, you have to fulfill that objective. So you can know that I didn't just come here to waste my time. I didn't just come here because I was sent an invite or given a free scholarship. I came here to learn in real estate. So just I should know the kind of crowd we have. If you're already into real estate, please let me see your hands up. If you are already into real estate, please raise your hands up. Let me see you. Okay. So if you are just want to learn real estate, let me see your hands up. Wow, that's more than the population here. I say congratulations to everyone of you. Right? Because real estate has changed a lot of people's lives, even my life. My people here too also. The first commission I got from real estate was 450,000. Right? That was the first commission I got. I know how happy I felt that day. Because all I did was post on my status. My friends saw it, I'm like, guy, you're into real estate? I'm like, yes. And I was like, I didn't find where I would save money for like 20 years. I didn't even do too much talk. Just, okay, no problem. We have this land. What's your budget? The guy came up with that. My budget is about 3 million. I'm like, guy, for 3 million naira, try and increase it a little now so you can get a better land and a better document. First went. Came back to me after posting consistently for a couple of times. And he said, how much is that your land? Then I told him to buy land of 3.5. He said he had only 3 million. How much is that your land? I said, now it is 7 million. He was like, like that? I'm like, yes, now, it's like that. I did come. He went. 1 week later, he came back. I was like, yeah, you are working there now. Do you have any discount, any promo? And I told him, are you ready to pay now? He said yes. I don't want to mention the discount I gave him. But that guy bought that land that day. He told me, I'll pay half now, I'll pay half tomorrow. I said, no problem, pay. And he paid. And I got my commission the next day. Right? That's not it is. Clap for me now. Right? Is that easy? If I can do it, if Dr. Steven can do it, if we can build an empire with 1,000 naira, right, and organize a training like this in 4 different states in Nigeria and 4 continents in the world, you can do it. They all started like this for a lot of people. Currently, I have over 10,000 people registered under us, selling real estate. You can't be in real estate with GTX for a year and not see an impact in your life. It starts like this. Again, I go back. Why are you here? What is your objective? What do you want to learn from real estate? What do you need to learn? Why are you doing it? I tell my team, I say, you don't just sell because you have to sell. You sell for yourself. That's the reason why. So before I go to the broker's pledge, right, I've told you why you are here. So I'll just tell you what you're going to learn today. Right? What are you going to learn? You're going to learn everything you need to know about real estate. What is real estate? How does it apply? How can you make money from it? How can you make money in Naira? How can you make money in the house? We have a branch in Dubai that is doing fantastically well. We sell properties in Dubai. So how can you earn commissions in the house from here? How can you sell in UK from where you are and earn commissions in UK? How can you build your own real estate empire from commissions? I think that's the most important thing. It's not about just earning money to just spend. How do you replicate? How do you multiply that wealth? How do you hold a training like this after a couple of years and have people fill up the hall and teach them how you have made it in real estate? These are the things you are going to learn today in this masterclass. If you think it's worth your while, please raise up your hand, please. If you think that's what you want to learn today, raise up your hand. Fantastic. Please put your hands together for yourself. I'll round up before we go to the breakfast pledge by saying this. There's something that says, if you know road, follow person we know road, right? But before you follow person and know the road, you have to know where you are going to. Do you understand? If you don't have a destination, right, you don't even need to know the road you are going to. Because if you have a destination and you don't know the road, it's easy to follow someone that has the same destination as you are. What am I driving at? Everybody here has the same real estate destination. So almost everybody here is going to follow the same route you are going to follow. So I want to just look at the neighbor next to you and say, I'm happy to connect with you today. I can't hear you. I'm happy to connect with my fellow billionaire. Say it now. Say it with confidence. Say it with pride. Fantastic. We're all billionaires by the grace of God. So I want us to all stand up, please, just the last time, and put our hands on our chests. So this broadcast pledge was brought up by GTX Homes in our last global property broadcast conference we had in May. We hosted Grant Cardone. We also hosted Dr. Maxwell, right? We hosted Dr. Stephen Akintayo, right? We also hosted Dr. Opebango. We hosted Dr. Olumide Emmanuel, right? We hosted a lot of people in that global property conference. So I want to say, I pledge to my clients, my king.
I pledge to my clients, my king.
To be faithful, loyal, and honest.
To be faithful, loyal, and honest.
To serve with all integrity.
To serve with all integrity.
To bring forth innovation.
To bring forth innovation.
To give with a taste of excellence.
To give with a taste of excellence.
To serve with all my power.
To serve with all my power.
So help me God.
So help me God.
One more time, please. I pledge to my clients, my king.
I pledge to my clients, my king.
To be faithful, loyal, and honest.
To be faithful, loyal, and honest.
To serve with all integrity.
To serve with all integrity.
To bring forth innovation.
To bring forth innovation.
To give with a taste of excellence.
To give with a taste of excellence.
To serve with all my power.
To serve with all my power.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Please sit down and put your hands together. How many of you like our play? Right? Because we all understand that the customer is always right. And it's your job as a real estate marketer, as a real estate consultant, as a real estate advisor, anything in real estate, to ensure that you treat your customer with all due respect, integrity, and give you the accurate and concrete information, regardless of the circumstances. Because we at GTX, we don't just sell for our pocket. We sell value. Because the moment you start concentrating on giving your clients value, they tend to keep you in harm's, right? You can see people that there are some clients that you sell to and you cannot sell to again because you were after your own pocket. For clients that you advise, you give the best information, you compare. Those are the clients that you retain for life. Because they say a sale is not complete until it brings what? A referral. So with this pledge, right, I hope you can all go out and become excellent real estate advisors, excellent real estate consultants. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. But let's clap our hands once again. All right, that is the branch manager, GTX Homes Abuja, by name Mr. Farouk Usman. He's a dynamic young man. I think this is a post introduction. I would have actually introduced that before he came involved. It's all good. He's a dynamic young man. He was our former branch manager in Lagos, Banana Island. How many of us knows Banana Island? then we know what it takes to be Banana Island, right? So if a young man like that can be a branch manager in Banana Island, then you know that he is so full of knowledge in real estate. Just like we can call him the eaglet. Can we call him, because Odogu is the eagle. So we can actually call him a growing eaglet. So I want us to give him a round of applause once again. That is Mr. Farouk Usman. He's a very dynamic young man. All right, so we want to appreciate everybody once again for your presence here. We know that it is not easy to go to church or wherever we want to go to and also be here. But one thing I tell you, the reason why you are here is not perfect. Is for you to make, to get impacted and also be knowledgeable about real estate from no other person than the eagle himself, the master in investment and real estate, or opportunities in real estate. All right, so I will use this opportunity. We are going to stand up as we usher in our great man. He's also a man of God. All right, he's also a man. So I'm right if I say he's a great man, he's a great father, he's a man of God, he's a man of vision, a man of intellect, a brilliant man with ideas, vision. Please. All right, please, I would love us to stand up. I'm sorry, he's quite younger than most of us, but we can give him that audience. And as he comes forward, let's give a sounding applause as Odebu himself, Dr. Stephen Akintayo, GNB CEO, GKS Mobile. Let's continue clapping. Let's continue clapping. Let's continue clapping. Let's continue clapping.
I'm not younger than most of you. I may look younger. Please have your seat. Thank you for coming. Welcome to today's property investment masterclass, Abuja edition. It's been a tough one because we just finished on Wednesday, Lagos, and then we had a 2-day workshop that finished yesterday, and then I was off. I got here last night, and then we're doing the one for Abuja, and then tomorrow and Tuesday we're having another 2-day workshop. Then I'm off to Abuja, Ibadan for their own version, and then I spend 1 week and I'm out of the country again. So my itinerary is always very, very tight, but I have a strong passion for Nigeria, a strong passion for our youth, a strong passion that we can do things differently. Are we together now? And the fact that if this country will change, it's up to you and I, it's not up to politicians. I struggle to explain this to those of you here in Abuja because you're at the seat of power. And every day, what they tell you works is for you to get one big contract, isn't it? Abi, is that not what works here? 50 billion contract, and you don't hammer. 120 billion contract. But you see, if we're going to change this country, we have to change that narrative. Are we together now? We have to what? Change that narrative. Can you increase the volume a bit? I was with, I don't know who was it, I can't remember. It was yesterday. And the guy was saying something about, okay, I think it was one of my security aide. So he put me in this VIP lounge at the airport. And then it was like, at this VIP lounge, governors, senators, ministers, that's where they sit. So I said to him, I'm actually avoiding politicians. He said, okay, you need them. I said, for what? He said, for contract. I said, I don't do contracts. Right? I said, I don't do it. He said, but you need that. I said, I don't do contracts. I said, they are the ones that need me. Right? Some months ago, I was with, at Transcorp, myself and Chief Falana were having breakfast, and he reiterated the same thing. He said, Stephen, why are these governors not giving you land to start building houses for people? They don't know how to build the land. They don't know how to build the house. They don't know. So why are they not giving you that you know how to? I said, well, they are your colleagues. At least by age. Talk to them. We are waiting. He said, but they need you. So one of the things I will do by the end of this class, I hope to brainwash you that it is politicians that need you and not you needing them. Do you understand what I'm saying? I hope to what? To brainwash you that it is politicians that need you and not the other way round. Because many of us have been lied to, and that's why we continue the same circle. Abatesi said the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting what? A different result. And that's why we're where we are today. We keep doing things over and over. The other day I was at Sheraton, I lodged at Sheraton, I think last year or so. And one of the ministers was at the same hotel, and we took the same elevator, just me and him. And do you know what ran through my mind? Who can guess? You and a minister. If I was Minister for Transportation, yes, almost the opportunity. As well, what runs through your mind? What will you do? One-on-one, there is no security aid, there's nobody, just you, two of you, inside elevator. What will you do? Come on, talk to me now. Sell your business. Who else? Introduce yourself by selling your business. Who else? Pitch an idea. Okay, thank you. But guess what? I didn't do any. Think of what was coming through my mind. How can I help Honorable Rotimi Amechi? And I didn't figure out any way. I greeted him, he greeted me, he left, I left. Until Nigerians start thinking like that, we won't change this country. If you see a minister, you see a governor, and the first thing that comes to your mind is, how can I sell my business to him? How can he give me something? How can I do something? You are part of the problem. You are. It was a shame the day I heard from the aide to vice president saying that since the VP got to power, she's yet to see anybody that has met him that didn't ask him for a favor. And that their biggest need is solutions. Is solutions to the problem of this nation. And that they needed people to come with solutions. But everybody that has access to these men, what are they going for? Thank you, Prof. All of them that want to bring you down in this country, shame on them. The Holy Ghost,
Fire. Fire.
At the end of the day, what's the bottom line? Sir, if you can help me, one contract or the other. We need to start building businesses that does not rely on politicians. Are we together now? We need to start producing solutions that when politicians see you, they say you are the one that I need. And that's when we start changing this country. That's when we start changing this country. Are we together now? That is when we what? Start changing this country. For the last 8 weeks, my wife and our foundation has been going to suburb in Lagos and have been feeding 1,000 families for 8 weeks. No government, nothing. This year alone, I've sent 75 of our staff, all expense paid trip abroad. This year alone. Our businesses has over 300 staff and over 8,000 indirect staff. Many have made millions. This year alone, over 300 million has been paid to them. That is what you need to start doing. That's what I need to start doing. Not looking for who to meet, not looking for senator, looking for governor, looking for House of Rep. Very, very important. One day, somebody said to me, said, Stephen, sit down on your business, and those you are looking for will start looking for you. Sit down on your business, and those you are what? Looking for will what? Start looking for you. Sit down on your business. And we can do it. I've done it. I started this company 2008. 1,000 naira was a bulk SMS business. 2015, we diversified into real estate. Today, we are in 4 continents of the world. If I can do it, you can do it. I don't have 2 heads. I don't have 2 heads. I don't have 2 heads. Our CPO today
has over 20 years experience. He's an Indian man. We have several expatriates, non-Nigerian, working with us. We are changing the narrative. I was in Dubai some months ago, and I didn't have my mask on. So I just returned from London to Dubai. So I didn't know the COVID, because in London, in public, you don't need face masks. So apparently in Dubai, in public, you need what? Face mask. So I wasn't aware of that. So my hotel is St. Regis, is linked to a mall. So as I came out, you automatically enter the mall. So while walking, a man just accosted and I said, "You don't have a face mask." So I said, "What do you mean by that?" He came out, brought his ID card. "I'm a CID. You don't have a face mask. Put on a face mask." I said, "But I didn't know that you need a face mask, and I mean the way you are talking." He said, "What do you mean? You know. While trying to address him further, he turned to the mall security guys, and we're talking to them. So it's just like a distance from here to the end of the mall, to the hall, to the hotel reception. So I took a mask there, and I was coming back. He was then still going the same route. And I stopped him. I said, "You are very wrong the way you address me." Right? I said, "I'm a guest in your country, and you need me to come here and invest my money. And I know if I were not black, you would not have spoken to me this way." The guy literally started stammering. He could not believe a Nigerian would say that to him. Because many Nigerians in Dubai are either into crime. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. But because I know, this year alone, I know how much I've sunk into our business in Dubai. I know how many people have bought property through me in Dubai. We're building our first 12-story tower in Dubai, and we're the first, right? And we're the first African company to do real estate commercially in Dubai. First African to do that. You can clap better. So what am I trying to do? I'm trying to challenge our mind. I'm trying to change our mindset. Because if we are going to change this country, the mind needs to change first. Are we together now? What needs to change? The mind. If your mind change, your pocket will change. Tap your neighbor, say neighbor. If your mind change, your pocket will change. You see, when it comes to building wealth, it's your mind that needs to change first. It's not your pocket. Unfortunately, everybody has been deceived. Oh, if you have money, it's your mind. It's your mind that needs to change first. There's nobody I see to it, right? Nobody I see to it. I have sat with several great people. The first thing they say is that I love your mind, sound mind. It's not about money. Some people think what makes people respect us is about money. It's not money, sound mind. And until your mind change, you start seeing what others are not seeing. Each time I walk in Nigeria, it's money I'm seeing, sir. Money. Trillions. That's what I see in this country. Because every problem has a money equivalent. Say it to your neighbor. Every problem has a money equivalent. So money is moving about, and we're joking. Washington Post just released a data that shows that by the year 2100, right, there will be mega cities in the world. And guess what? Out of 20, 13 will be in Africa. And guess where will be the biggest city in the world? Guess where? Lagos. Lagos will have, according to that data, over 80 million people. And they started analyzing the challenges as well as the opportunities. And I said, see money. Tell your neighbor, see money. See money. What does that mean? It means if you own a property, no matter how small, anywhere you will be in gold. Gold! Because imagine 80 million people in the same location that the land does not increase. Right now, population of Lagos is said to be 20 million. That means times 3. No depression. And you own a land there. You know what will happen? By that, do you know what will happen to Abuja? How many people will live in Abuja? And we need houses. We need property. So can you start seeing differently, sir? Can you what? Start seeing differently. I said the other day on AIT, I said, give me Sambisa Forest, I'll be skyscraper there. Stop complaining. You were born for such a time as this. The solution to change Nigeria is inside you. It's inside. Do not let politicians rubbish the wisdom God has given you. Don't do it. If they have run out of ideas, you have not. How many of you agree with me? But are you politicians? Sorry, maybe I'm talking. Who is politician here? So because the way you are quiet is as if the arrow is just hitting you direct. If you are not a politician, can I see your hand? Hey, now you are the one I'm talking to. If you are a politician, ignore me. Just block your ears. Are we together now? The solution to this country is in our what? It's in our hands. And if I don't first start with this introduction, any other thing I will tell you, you will not grab it. Because your mind will just be like, it's not easy, it's not possible. I was born in Maiduguri, right, in the northern part of Nigeria. My mother was a civil servant. My father was a businessman, but his business had collapsed when I was born. I grew up literally in a village, no running water, no electricity. In fact, December 2019, I went back to Maiduguri after 21 years to the BOIDP camp to do some charity work. I felt like crying, because that's where I grew up. I remember as a teenager, my mom would take me to a neighbor to go and borrow money, right, for my school fees from our colleagues. And some of them would look at her from head to toe and be like, you the only one that have children. We do have. And it was since then I started saying, this is not normal. I cannot grow up and live the same life. I want my own story to what? To change. I saw in the video of yesterday, because we always take our children when we do charity. In fact, the first time I took my child to Ajegunle, when we were giving children food, I insisted they put the food in their hands and let them give it, so that they understand the concept of giving. And when we were in the car going home, my first son said, Daddy, why are they eating our food? They should eat their own parent food. I said, because their own parents are not as wealthy as your own parents. And those of us who are wealthy must also reach out to them, particularly children. We are starting to. Yesterday, my wife was with them. They still force them to be given. It's a culture. You teach them since they are young. Start teaching them. And what is the mindset is to say you don't need to be rich to give. All of us must keep thinking of how to add value to the next person. Are we learning at all? How can I add value? Because usually the problem is you just think, once I don't have money, I'm useless. It's a lie. You have something you can add. You may not have money, but you may know people. People equals money. Tell your neighbor. People equals money. Because your network determines your what? Your network. You just need to learn to monetize it. How do you monetize your network? You do not go and ask them for money. Never. I don't know anybody today that is a mentor that I know that I've ever asked for money. In fact, I'm the one that give them money. Not that they need it, but to prove to them I am not after what their money. I'm after their wisdom. I'm teachable. I'm grateful. I do not take with levity the time they are spending with me. Are we learning at all? So these are powerful principles to start with. So how many of you are ready to make money in real estate? Huh? Are you fired up now? Yes. Or you are still thinking Buhari is your problem? He didn't remember you this morning. Trust me, you are not in his mind. Okay? So handle your matter. That some of us will wake up in the morning, go on social media and start abusing politicians, you are wasting your time. You are wasting your time. First start by what? The solution you say they should do it yourself. Are we together now? Do it in your own life. Do you know why politicians struggle to change this country? They were nobody until they joined politics. And if you also become a politician today, you'll be worse than them. How will you change this? It's true. How will you change this nation? Become somebody. Prove that you have the solution first. So when you get into governance, are we together now? You will make a difference. But when you have not been able to change your life, You've not been able to do anything for your own personal self. And you think you can do it for the collective. It's not as easy. Right now, I'm not speaking for them. You know I don't like politicians. But I'm not speaking for them. It's not as easy as you think. It's not. It's easy to talk on paper. It's easy to criticize. But to change, but to really implement and make a difference is not an easy job. So my name is Stephen Akita. I believe you know a little bit about me on Google as well. We're GTES Global. We're a group of companies went to real estate, e-commerce, agriculture, and we have offices in London, Florida, in US, Dubai, as well as different states in Nigeria. Next, I've received several awards, including doctorate degrees. Next. Okay, here's my mentor. Back to the slide. Here's my mentor, and I'll tell you how I met him. The man's name is called Grant Cardone. He's my property mentor, and he's done over $3 billion in real estate. Now, it won't make sense to you until you convert it to ladies and gentlemen, that's about 1.6 trillion naira. I hope you respect him now. 1.6 trillion naira that he's done in real estate. Now, I've been following him for years, and I'm sharing this so that you learn how to get a mentor, because you need it. The number one thing you need in real estate is called your real estate mentor. Everybody say real estate mentor. Real estate mentor. How do you then attract them? First of all, you identify the mentor. Write it down. Identify the mentor based on result, not based on story, because real estate is not story. It's one of the most difficult business to ever do. Right? In fact, I tell people, if you are successful in real estate, you'll be successful in politics. Right? Because it's so broad. There's development angle, there's a money angle, there's do you understand what I'm saying now? So it's also intellectual in nature. So real estate is very deep. So identify a mentor, somebody who is doing well in the business, who has good results, who has an image of who you want to be in the sector. So I identified this man many years ago. So the first thing I started doing, I bought his book, started following him online. So number two, follow them. Follow them. Number two, follow them. And many of you, how many of you have been following me on social media before today? I know it's virtually all of you. Follow them. Sometimes when you are following, there may be a trained mentor. So you take your time, meet the mentor one-on-one, like you have done. And one of the best ways, come and sit down, Your Excellency. Right? Just guy from my long-time friend, Theophilus Cornerstone. Right? We used to work, I got with him together, went to sit together. So, next thing is to what? To meet the person. Does this make sense at all? Meet the person, like some of you have done. So clap for yourself for coming. Okay? But before you make the mistake that many make, so the day I met this guy, I flew from Nigeria, business class, I knew I wanted to meet him. I paid $2,900 for his dollars for his event, not naira. Okay? And only to get to the class, guess what? The man was not there. They now told me that it's not even him that will speak, it's his staff. But to my surprise, I listened. Of course, when you pay $2,900, you first want to hear, do you agree with me? So I listened, and I was impressed. They delivered so well. I mean, staff did a fantastic job. I learned so much. In fact, I signed up my staff, okay, for his training, because he has this program where he will train. And today, these are some of the benefits my staff enjoy. Billionaire is training them, right? So I signed up my staff for his program. Now, on my way going, I saw him in his G-Wagon. He was on a phone call. And because also, you know, I have protocol as well, I saw a man not too far off. I knew that was his protocol. Right? And this is number 4, respect protocol. So guess what? I went straight to his protocol. And I told him, I said, I came all the way from Nigeria. I'd love to say hello to Abuja. Again, you say I didn't say Grant Cardone. You say boys are Oyibo man, they don't care about respect. Forget that nonsense. Oyibo man even like respect past you. wey be African man. So he said, well, he's on a phone call, maybe when he's done. So I went inside the reception, and the reception you could see outside. So I bought some of his caps and material souvenir. And then I saw another set of black people who didn't understand protocol. Everybody shout protocol. They did like they were passing. They didn't even acknowledge his security guy. Did like they were passing that route, and then turned and just approached him. Hey, Uncle T, brought out their phone. Hey, they want to take selfie. So reluctantly, you could see he was still in his car. Just struggled to smile, and they started to disturb him, ask questions, did all manner. And at the end of the day, they left. So I then approached the security guy again. I didn't say because other broke the protocol. I will say once they are done, I should approach. So when they left, I then approached. I said, Uncle G, my name is Stephen Akintayo. I came all the way from Nigeria. We love you, Nigeria. We are over 200 million people, and we love to invest in your programs. Our people would love to buy your courses. There's so much money to be made in Nigeria. It's an amazing country. Guess what he did? He came out of his car, brought out his own phone, gave it to his VP, and said, take our picture. That's the picture you are seeing. Right? And said, I would love to come to Nigeria, talk to my people, and let's do it. Called the launch. That was, I think, January or February. May, the man was speaking to a Nigerian audience. I thought you were going to clap. What is the lesson there? Do not meet a mentor and only empty your problem. Show them possibilities. If we are some of you, sir, Buhari has almost finished us in Nigeria. You are the only hope. In fact, Nigeria is messed up. And do you know, I literally had to tell him to wait till 2022 to come physically because of COVID. He was willing to come. Many of these people, same thing with Robert Kiyosaki, reached out further. I also hosted him. For the first time, was speaking to a Nigerian audience. Right? And they were excited about Nigeria. It is you that think this country is messed up. These guys have done analysis and they've seen opportunities. May we not lose our country to foreigners. May we not come one day and every asset of this country is owned by China. I'm not kidding you. Why? Because you decided to say the country doesn't make sense. But I have seen opportunities here, and I'm not giving up on this country. Tell your neighbor, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up on this country. So, get a mentor. Tell your neighbor, get a mentor. So I hope you now know how to approach a mentor. Do you know? Are we sure? First of all, observe what? Protocol. Right? More importantly is also find a win-win relationship. So honestly, when I met Rotimi and Mechi in that elevator, the reason I didn't talk to him was I didn't find what I could add. I hate being a parasite to nobody. I hate it. I didn't see what I could add. I kept and I genuinely was cracking my brain. All through that, I was just, what can I add to this man? What value? What value? Since I didn't find any, if I see the president of Nigeria today, I promise you, I don't have a single request from him. Except I have a solution or something to add. Let's build that culture. How many of you agree we'll start that culture? That when you meet people who seemingly are better than you, you start thinking, how can I what? Add value. How can I what? Add value. Now, why am I teaching this? That's how to sell real estate. As a realtor, you are actually not collecting their money. You are their investment advisor. Tell your neighbor, investment advisor. That's who you are. That's who you are. Some of my clients bought my property 2019, October. I'll never forget it. 1.5 million, October 2019. As I speak to you, the same property is 15 million. Now, who was helping who? Is this making sense at all? But when you don't have the right mindset, you even approach people as if they are the ones what? Doing you a favor. Meanwhile, it's your destiny. When I meet clients, securing your future need. Right? sometimes clients will want to do, in fact, one was saying that to me a couple of weeks ago. You know, the total transaction was 40 million, and he transferred 20 million, and he broke on here. I said he would do the entire 40 million at once. So he did 20 million, and said he would take another 3 months. I said, okay, send your account. The company is transferring 100%. We are not even deducting bank charges. You guys say, the whole 20 million? I said, a whole 20 million in our own company. What do you mean by a whole 20 million? Average of my Dubai client does $1 million with me. So what is your own? When we change this 20 million to dollars now, we will know. We will know what it is. Are we together now? But he was not saying, I'm doing business with your company. I said, look, 10 years from now, when the value of this property will have been worth this, is it my property? Am I the owner? Am I the one that will enjoy that? So, don't talk like you're doing me a favor. Are we learning at all? It's mutually beneficial relationship you should go for. Mutually what? Beneficial relationship. So when you meet people, think deep. How can I add value? What can I do? I tell people there are 2 ways to attract a mentor. You either serve or you pay. Do one. There are 2 P's you must not have in your life: poverty and pride. If you are going to be poor, be humble, so that your humility will make people help you. If you are going to be proud, be rich. Even the Bible says, a rich man talk roughly. So even Bible allows you. Are we together now? But for you to be proud and poor at the same time, even God can't help you. The Bible says God resists the what? The proud. So it's even God that won't make you right, because he hates it. Another thing you cannot have together is for you to be busy and poor. You can't have it. You don't have time to serve somebody. At the same time, you don't have money to pay. Something is wrong with you. It's a proof that you are wrongly using your time. Because God has done it that way. People who have a lot of money don't have time. That's why they use what we call OPT, isn't it? What does OPT mean? Huh? Dangote has over 200,000 staff. What is he doing? OP what? T. So because 24 hours, are we together now? Is no longer enough for him. He needs to what? Employ people, pay them for their time. So the rule is, if you don't have money, then you must have time. So that you trade time for what? For knowledge, and the knowledge eventually help you to what? To make the money. Are we learning at all? Yeah. So whenever you realize that you are lacking financially to attract a mentor, you can't pay the person to mentor you, then go and serve the person. Right? If you realize that you don't have the time, then be sure you have the what? The money. So that the money can do that job. Are we learning at all? Next. So what is real estate next? So real estate is real property that consists of land and improvements which include building fixtures, road structure, utility system, property rights, that's in terms of title, minerals, and so on and so forth. So first of all, you need to understand that real estate is not just the land. Anything on the land, anything below the land, and everything above the land is still part of real estate. In Manhattan, for example, they no longer sell land. They sell floors. And Lagos will soon get there. So if you are going to buy property in Manhattan, right? So you can buy a 40-story building. That's how they do it in Manhattan. Right? So the contract is that your own will be from the 40th floor to the what? To the maybe 60th or to the 70th, depending on the agreement. So you buy the air rights to certain floors. And usually what will you now do? You will now also pay them huge money. You demolish the entire thing. You've paid again, no? You demolish, you will now rebuild 60 or 70 stories. So you see what will happen to those of us who are owning properties now. Because it will happen to cities like Lagos and what? And Abuja in no time. Because not only is it that we're going to be wealthy, At some point, we just start selling the air. May that be your story. So, real estate is not just land, it's everything on top of it. But more important, real estate is also the structure, the town planning. Why do people like Abuja? One of the biggest secrets of Abuja, please don't pick on my meetings, please. One of the biggest secrets of Abuja is the system, the town planning. Abuja is well planned, right? Well planned. If you see the road, that's why there's less traffic. Well planned. So when you are doing real estate, are we together now? It's important that you also consider proper planning. One of the biggest things GTEX is doing that nobody else is doing, we are the number one here. We are the first and the largest green and smart home developer in Nigeria. Are you glad to know that? You can clap. Okay? Number two, every of our estate is serviced. So we are doing, by the way, we don't do NEPA or is it PSA, we call it renewable energy in all our estate. It's the structure we are putting in place. Right? We are putting all the infrastructure. So when people are buying property from GTEX, they are not buying the land. They are buying the fact that they are buying an estate that is going to be well secured, CCTV camera. Are we together now? In drainage, good road network, good infrastructure. Like in some of our estates, we are even doing a golf course there. That means that the owners of those land, the property is going to go up. You know, anywhere there's a golf course, value of the property there just goes way, way, way high. Way high. All the properties close to Ikoyi Golf Club, you know what's happening. Ikeja Golf, right? Even the IBB Golf, you know the story. Lakwe now, is in Lagos. I know that some of you know Lakwe. Used to be bush, thick forest. Because of the golf course, the whole place is developed. Some place we are putting polo. So we are putting real infrastructure. So when it comes to real estate, it's not just land. It has to be deeper than that. Does this make sense at all? The same way for you that you call yourself agent. By the way, from today, I cause the demon of agent in your life. You are no longer an agent from today. Never use that word again. You're a property consultant. You're a wealth advisor. Are you learning from me now? Yes, sir. How will you know an agent from a wealth advisor? An agent will say you need to pay 5,000 naira transportation fee. You go and show you that. That's an agent. An agent will take you to the area and say, hold on. It's like the thing is a bit, changing. Okay, you don't know the place. There's somebody they once said, that's an agent. He has not been to the land. Agent. An agent is the one that will be giving you price that is not the current price. By the time you go and say, so sorry, the company said they've changed. Agent. But who is a consultant? A consultant is somebody who understands real estate in detail and is able to guide the client. One day, a client wanted to buy property from me. Well, he said he wanted 5 bedroom. One of our estate close to Dangote refinery. And I said to him, sir, yes, 5 bedroom, as at that time was 60 million 5 bedroom. I said, I would rather advise you buy the 2 bedroom, which is 28 million. I said, because where this property is located is not necessarily somewhere you say you want to live. It's better to buy property you can what? Rent out and collect rental income. Because the place is far from the city center of, it's far from Lekki Phase 1 and all of that. And guess what? The man said, yes, I still want it. That's integrity. Some of you say, okay, 5 bedroom, send the 60 million. Some of you who have little integrity, after I send the 60 million, I say, sir, but that place, you don't feel live there. If you have small, some of you will not even say at all. It's the day you take the man, they say, hey, it's too far. A consultant genuinely cares. Are we learning at all? An advisor genuinely what? Cares, because he knows that he's doing a long time relationship. It's not just about today. It's not just about what? Today. Some of my clients have been with me since we started. Right? And they keep investing, they keep referring people because I am not just trying to sell. I'm trying to build their wealth portfolio. Are we learning at all? I'm not very excited about today. Are you enjoying this? Yes. Are we sure? Yes. Okay, good. Next. The video playing? If not, just move on. Just move. I doubt it will play. Just move on. So, next. So things to note in real estate. Number one, location. Everybody say location. Abuja, I need your energy. Say location. Location. Ah, stop behaving like billionaires don't do this way. Eh? Another difference between an agent and a wealth advisor. Agent is always frowning his face. A wealth advisor is just smiling. How are you, sir? In fact, how many of you have met people that you feel guilty not doing business with them just because of the joy? That's a property advisor. He's so excited. It doesn't mean he doesn't have problem, but before he met you, he dropped his problem on the road. Right? After he finished with you, you carry the thing. A real advisor, a real consultant assumes joy. When you see wealthy people, I'm not kidding you, one of the ways you know is joy. Real one, I'm not saying your corrupt politicians here who kept stealing and stealing. Someone was sharing one story with me. He was traveling, true story. And then this guy was just so loud. It was business class. So loud. And then I guess somebody just rebuked him and said, what's, and he's a young boy. So why are you disturbing everyone? I said, why are you? In fact, why are you even here? He said, who am I? He said, my father has stolen enough money. that I can never be poor by life again. And the guy told me this, so he said, the entire business class was silent till they got to Nigeria. Everybody was sad. For you to be bold enough to say, my father, and you know your father's story. I said, what are you even talking about? Just talk. I'm sure what he meant, I will buy all of you. I will buy you people. My father has stolen enough money. What are you people talking? May God deliver us. Number one in real estate, location. Everybody shout location. Location. The location of a property is critical to how you are able to maximize the return on investment. First of all, I need to know that there are some wrong mindset about property in Abuja that you need to change, and you need to help your customer change it. The number one reason you should buy property is not for your house. It's not for your home. It should be for investment. You should have multiple investment real estate before you build your own house. Are you listening to me now? Can I say that again? You should have multiple real estate, I call it cash producing real estate, before you build the house you live in. Do you know the reason why? Your house is not an asset, it's a liability. Tell your neighbor, neighbor, the house I live in is not an asset, it's a liability. What is an asset? An asset is a cash producing investment. An asset is a what? Cash producing investment. So your car is not an asset except you're using for Uber. Your house is not an asset except you rent it out and tenants are what? Are paying you. When you build your house, you keep doing renovation. The window will break down, you pay more money, isn't it? This one will happen, you fix it. Meanwhile, more money is not coming in. So what you want to do is to first do real estate investment that bring more money, and you need to educate them. Civil servants don't know this. Like many of these people don't. I don't just let me build my house. No, nothing wrong with building your house. It's still your house. But build the one you can rent out and be getting what? Getting more money. So based on what I've told you now, when you're picking a location, where should you pick? Places that are what? Close to the airport, close to the what? To the city center. Are we learning at all? So you want to look at factors close to, where people can get transportation. So the location is critical. One of our first investment here is in some airport road, just 15 minutes from the airport. When I saw the line, I knew, well, this is jackpot. And the funny thing is Jedo Estate, close off Jedo Junction. And when we got there, everybody bought land, some fences. I knew the place would blow. As soon as we got there, 6 months later, if you go there now, everywhere around us, they build their house. Because I understand the principle of location. Some of the guys who were on ground in Abuja, they say, how did you know? One of the guys that was involved in the transaction, how did you know? It's because 6 months later, you can't know the person. Everywhere has gone up. But because I understand the power of what? Location. Does this make sense at all? So understand location if you're going to go far. And if you're going to invest in real estate, know the right location. Know the principles that govern locations. Next. Okay, buy appreciable properties. Not all real estates will appreciate in value. There's some properties some of you are buying today, they will not appreciate. Some of you, if I ask you, do you have land? You say yes. I say where? I say my village. Okay, 10 years from now, that property will not appreciate. Maybe 5% ROI. Just because you want to show people in your village that you have arrived. Some of you want to build 5-bedroom. Poor people do what they do not need to impress people that don't care. That's the definition of poverty. Doing what you don't want, need to impress what? People who don't what? Who don't care. When I started building our company, I had an office in Ikeja, yet I was taking Molwe. One day somebody sent me a letter, true story. He said, you call yourself CEO. And I just saw inside Molwe, and I just saw it. Molwe, yeah, CEO. Molwe taking CEO. Ladies and gentlemen, are we still taking Molwe now? I understood the difference. I'm not trying to impress him. When you arrive, the whole world will know. Stop, you Abuja people now, they form parts. You don't know. Packaging, pack. Say, hey, where you call? I was told of a story. A guy got a contract. Profit was 25 million. Used 15 to go and buy a Jeep, Rover. 3 months later, he was borrowing money from his neighbor. Who will borrow you money when you have Range Rover? Bought Rolex, bought everything, saying now for packaging so that you give you job. Poor people buy what they don't need to impress people that don't care. I don't wear designers. If you see one, they dash me. And I'll soon start wearing one. Guess what? It's my name. No point. When you arrive, we will know. Are we together now? When you arrive, we what? We will know. We will know. So all this packaging they are teaching in Abuja, they deceive you. How far will you take it? How far? Settle down with your life. Do the right investments. People may not know you. How many of you knew me 5 years ago? I have started the journey that time. Don't you know me now? The cat late comer there. They know the cat late comer in the school of success. Settle down and build your wealth. Are you getting value at all?
Yes, sir.
Right? Number 3, have a strategy. Tell your neighbor, have a strategy. Have a strategy. For me, I just do not do anything anyhow. Right? I settle down and I strategize. Strategize. How do I penetrate Abuja market? How do I get high net worth people to do business with me? These are things you sit down and begin to calculate. How do I build my real estate asset? I may not have the money now, but what will be my what? My strategy to doing that. Does this make sense at all? For me, one of the strategies I had, because by the way, when I started real estate, I didn't have capital. What I used to grow a real estate business called OPM. What does OPM mean? OPM. So I knew, and I invested heavily in it, that the biggest thing I must do right was to invest on my social capital. Everyone say social capital. Tell your neighbor, social capital. Very, very important. So I had to work harder on it. It cost me a lot. Building my social capital cost me a lot. Social capital means goodwill. Social capital means reputation. Social capital means what do people think about you. But when you build it, sir, it takes you years and it costs you a lot. Some people will even cheat you. I don't want your product again, give me my money back. Right? All money. But when you are done building your social capital, sir, it is worth more than money. Does that make sense with you? It is what? More than money. Far more than money. In fact, far more than money. We just finished a training in London last month. Was it, in October? And you know the funny thing, the ushers and the receptionists were our clients. People who paid millions to buy property from us. Willingly doing usher. That's social capital. Are we together? Money can't buy that. Money cannot buy that. So invest in a strategy. How do I penetrate? Am I going to use OPM? If I'm going to use OPM, then what do I need to be able to use what? OPM. Are we learning at all? Aha. Do I have some investors? Maybe I have some people who are entrepreneurs who have money to invest. But how do I approach those people to make sure I'm creating a mutually beneficial relationship so that they can invest with me? Now, if you want to be a broker, by the way, one of the things all of you will be able to do today, you can join our brokerage program for free and start making good money for yourself. We do all expense paid free for our staff. And because by the time you join, you're automatically our staff. We have a community of over 8,000 people you'll be joining. And you can start building your wealth that way. You get 10% commission on every line. 5% you can do what? Sell our property in Dubai, in UK, in Nigeria as well, right? So how many of you are interested in that? Okay? So even if you don't have money to start investing in buying your own property, your strategy can be, I will first start selling. I will raise funds and I'll start doing my own. Does that make sense at all? And that's the method I used. Right? There's nobody in my lineage that was rich. In fact, I remember my dad used to say, we have taken this name outside this country. Guess where? Jerusalem people. They will say that, don't spoil this name. We took one time. They send him all expensive to Jerusalem. Today now, those countries, we have office, we have indigenous of those places, we pay in their currency. May you break your family generational records. Right? Dust it. Change the thing. Right? Today, my family member, my brother was sitting there, he would say, hey, are you the brother of the Stephen Akintayo? When things start happening like that, then you know the story has. May that be your story. But it's important to know you need to have what? A plan. A plan for building your wealth. A strategy. But don't tell me you can't do it. Don't tell me you can't do it. Do you know that 99% of the richest people in the world did not meet money at all? They were born poor. They came up with a strategy, just like I'm asking you to do. And the rest is history, just like myself. So you can sit and say, where am I? What do I need? How can I turn things around? And I see God helping you. Number 4, build a unique brand. Build a what? A unique brand. One of the things I've had to do is to build a unique brand. Every time I look at my brand, I say, I must be different. I don't want to be like everybody else. I must be different. Build a unique brand. It will cost a lot, but build it. How many of you have a logo of your name? Who? You have? 2 of you. Design a logo. You are not a businessman, you are the business. You are the business. You see now, it's only politicians that do it. S something. Politicians in this country are not up to 1% of us. If many of us will start building our business the way politicians do, we'll have gone. We'll have gone. Start branding you. You are the CEO of You Incorporated. Tell neighbor, tap neighbor, tap neighbor. Neighbor, you are the CEO of You Incorporated. I think that neighbor is not believing. Tap another. Neighbor, I think you will. Neighbor, you are the CEO of You Incorporated. So get a logo. If you Google my name, you see my logo. SA. Right? And I started it when there's nothing logo about my life. Nothing. 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 I mean, but it's called Intelligent intentional branding. You know where you are going. Let me tell you this. You can fall off a ladder by accident, but you can't climb one by accident. You can become poor by mistake, but you don't become rich by mistake. You have to be intentional. 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 I was saying somewhere, I said, intentionally avoid politicians. People say, why? I said, one of the people I respect most in business in this country, because of the fact that he did not manage his narrative well. When you mention his name, you say, is he not a politician that helped him? Meanwhile, this man's uncle gave him 500 million in the 80s. How dare you say politician or government helped him? You know what 800 million, 500 million means? Okay, I've been in business for 30 years. How many politicians has helped me? Some of us just use word carelessly. And this person is the highest taxpayer in this country, more than all the banks combined. But he did not manage the narrative well. So people say, is it not government that is government? It's government. No. And that has also corrupted now the mindset of other people. Instead of emulating him, learning from him, are we together now? And seeing how they can grow, they say, is it not government? So intentionally, since I'm not getting contract, just avoid positions. I appreciate them. Thank God for what they are doing for us. May God touch their heart to stop stealing our money. Shout amen now. Yeah. Or you want them to keep stealing because your uncle is among them. Or you auntie. Are we learning at all? So have a brand, build a brand. You don't need to be a politician to build a brand. Build a name. And the measure Steve Architect anywhere in the world, there is none like me, there will be none after me. I am me. Different. Uniquely different. And so are you. Just own it. Tell your neighbor, own it. Own it. So start building a name. Start building a brand. Before I ever saw 1 billion in our company account, I've been calling myself a billionaire. It's you that says I don't look like it. Am I not one now? Some of you, when they say poor people, say, why can he be calling us poor? Did he mention you? He mentioned you. Or when you were born, they wrote one of the poor. From today, that word must change. And when you go to places, we rich people, you don't need to have the money yet, but when you start saying it, it will come. Because whatever is too big for your mouth to say will be too big for your hand to handle. Right? Just because you want to feel among, you want people to feel comfortable, say we poor people, they are not considered poor. I don't say it. If you complain about politicians, I don't say they did not consider we poor people. Not we poor people. They did not consider the poor, or not we. Not one of them. And I've been saying this since I was in university. That I had 2 jeans faded already, 4 shirts, and 1 faded suit. I've been. Thank God my schoolmate is here. Right? So it's not about when you have the money. Start saying it. Start saying it. Start building a brand. And you start attracting people that say that way. And let me tell you this, for those of you who say there's something good about poverty, is they prove you are selfish. Have you not seen people like that say, me, I don't want plenty money, just enough for me and my family. You are selfish. You're selfish. If you care about poor people, you become rich so you can help them. That's how you think. Right? That's how you think. I will make enough money and I will go and help the poor people that I truly care about. That's how you do it. 2008 till date, we've sent over 5,000 kids to school. Right? In the last 8 weeks now, we fed 8,000 families in Lagos. Can I do that if I don't have money? This event you are seated now, this event has cost more than 3.7 million. This event, where you are seated. If I don't have money, will we do it? And we're able to make you come for free. So if you truly care about people who are poor, what do? You build wealth. And you go and reach out. And you go and help. So stop thinking poor, stop talking poor, build a brand and let your brand speak wealth, success, and increase. Does that make sense at all? Don't build a beggarly brand. Next. So how many of you are interested to join our property brokerage community? Are you interested? Okay, so I'll give you a few details. Why should you join? We're building a team of 100,000 financially empowered Nigerians. So we started this few years ago, and I looked at the unemployment issue in this country. And I said to myself, you know what, we'll dedicate 20% of our gross income to solving unemployment. Are you glad to know that? 20%. So 12% goes into direct, 15% goes into direct commission, 5% goes into other incentives like all expense paid trips and other things that we do for people who are in this program. This year, January, we sent 50 people to Dubai, all expense paid trip. August, we sent another 25 people to Maldives. You can Google, you see all the Maldives is beautiful. Right? In fact, we repeated our honeymoon, me and my wife in Maldives. Sir, poverty is not good. Oh, is good. Maldives is beautiful. Right? You know, there are some places that even if husband and wife are fighting, once they get there, chemistry will just start flowing. That's why you should do vacation a lot, right? When you see a lot of wives that are so nice to their husband, he's responsible. Ladies, am I speaking? Yes. Ladies, talk to me. Are you loyal to a responsible husband? The one that has the money and is doing his job? Yes, absolutely. Man, that's what man. Yeah. If your wife is doing somehow, your booba is low. It's low. A man in this country, true story, had so many wives, not just that. His wife used to help check his other people's ear to know whether there is children. Is this first or the second? Who knows the story? Oh, you guys don't know the story? Yes, we know. Okay, the Yorubas here know who I'm talking. Is that Kyo Abiola? His wife used to help him because there are so many people who are children for him. So when they come, she will check their ears. That's how then DNA wasn't as popular as now. So he said, this one is your son. Give you 1 million. Go and take care of the children. That's what money can do. Some of you now, one wife, one man, your house is boiling like. May God help your finances. Okay? So we decided to say we need to do our part because everybody keep complaining about no job, government is the problem. But globally, if we want to say the truth, it is not the job of government to provide jobs. It's the job of the private sector. Are we together now? And I will not watch because all these politicians I'm shouting, they will soon die. So what will I be telling my children? There was one man that is dead that made Nigeria not to look good. They say, who? I don't know. They say, one man is dead. So what did you do about it? So I made up my mind, our company that I founded will be pulling out 100,000 people from poverty in the next 5 years. I thought you were going to. And I'm glad to boldly say that average of them who were in this program, particularly the ones who were committed, have earned over 5 million. Some have earned 10 million this year. And many of them have also qualified for all expense paid trip. So you can join the program. There's so much incentive. Next. So you can sell our property in London. London is very conservative. It's only 1% that you get in commission. And it's quite, it's a standard, industry standard in London. You sell a property in London, the commission is not that high. In Dubai, you get 2% commission if you sell property for us. In Nigeria, you get 10%. And if you also introduce somebody who also was able to sell, you get 3%. And the third generation, you get 2%. Does that make sense at all? So you see that there's more generosity towards the Nigerian one. And then the other ones, but the truth is that this London and Dubai one, remember exchange rate. So sometimes this 2% is even times 10 of the Nigerian commission. Because an average property we sell in Dubai is $250,000. So imagine you getting 2% of that. That's how much? 2% of 250,000. $5,000. You see now. Meanwhile, your land is probably 10 million. You see, 2% of 10% of 10 million is 1 million. You see that your $5,000 is more than that. So a lot of that. Next. So you go to this website. You can all write it down and sign up today. www.portal.gtexhomes.com. You sign up and create your account. Very simple, automated way. Once you get to the website, if you haven't signed up, you click on this sign up because this link is for those who are already in. Unfortunately, I'm a bit disappointed about this all anyway. So you click on this sign up, okay, and then next it takes you to here. You fill your form. It also asks for your bank details. I mean, don't be scared. It's just where do we transfer your commission to when you make a sale, right? You cannot withdraw what you have in your account. How have you noticed that it's people who don't have enough money in their account that don't use ATM? I don't agree. Yeah, I don't use ATM. I'm scared they will steal my money. I don't understand. I don't understand. Okay, some mindset is poverty. Is what? It's poverty. Some mindset, right? It's pure poverty. I cannot enter business class. It's waste of money. It's poverty, sir. It's poverty. It's poverty. It's poverty. Because if you have an early morning meeting and you are leaving a country by 10 p.m. and you need to attend, you are arriving in Nigeria 5 a.m. 8 a.m. you have to be at a meeting. You need a business card. Because you'll be able to sleep. I don't know that you understand what I'm saying. It's poverty that says that private jet is luxury. Private jet is marketing tool and logistic tool. I'm buying one next year. Hallelujah. You can't afford it. You know that. Because when I was poor, you didn't complain. How many of you complain about my poverty? Someone buy private jet, say they've not helped the poor. It's your money. You make your own money and help the poor. I mean, there's no fight. Right? You make your own money and help as many poor people as you want to. I mean, is there fight there? But what's funny that people don't know, by the way, I mean, myself and the team doing the acquisition, we've already analyzed it. The first year, I've already broken even. Because private jet business is big business now. There are some people who don't come to Abuja without private jet. So you rent it out. So what I'm doing, we're buying as a company, not even personal, right? And we're renting it, people use it, and then once in a while, I'm able to use it. And you agree with me, somebody wants to buy $100 million property with me, and I fly down to meet him. Or I use my private jet to bring him to Nigeria. Money, silence, nonsense. Will you come to Nigeria and say, I cannot invest in your country after private jet brings you? We try back. So, a lot of us do not understand how business works. We think certain things are luxury. They are not. They are just basic, are we together now? Marketing, business tools. It's not, there are some people who didn't do business with me until we started, I have a show called Investment in the Rolls Royce in London. So, can you join the Billionaire Club today? Yes, you can, and I encourage you to do next. And so these are several transactions you can see, 1.1 million, single commission on the sale, different transaction, different. Did you guys add the Dubai ones? You didn't add commission for those in Dubai. But it's okay, go back. So this is the last two, 25 of us in Maldives. None of us want to join us. Our next trip is in December 13th in Dubai. Who will make it? All you need to do is sell just 20 plots. Just 20 plots. You still get your commission, but attach all expense paid trip, your lodging 5-star hotel, we go for desert safari, boat cruise. You enjoy Christmas in Dubai. It's fun. Okay? All expense. So who will be there? Okay. Now you could do 10 housing units. We have off-plan sales now in our Jasper estate. You could do airport road. You could do 10 housing units. Once they do installment payment, 10 people pay their installment, you qualify. Okay? But start the journey. Who knows? I may just give MD's approval. Even if you didn't hit 20, they should waive it for you. Okay? But it's important to start. How many of you know that the best form of education is traveling? Yes. As you start traveling, honestly, your mindset change. But if you do it often, you meet people, and you just begin to, a lot of what they, how many of you know that 95% of your problem is over once you cross Nigerian border? How do you know? Oh, you don't know? Are you sure? Okay. I will break it down for you. When you are on the road and they are saying you don't have accident, is that problem not over when you leave this country? Over. When you have to do something, say NEPA has taken life. Is it not over? You even want to send CV to get a job, NEPA has taken life. You are to join by Zoom. Network. And that's how you lost the job. Will that happen to you outside this shop? Witches from your village. They will meet you in New York. Should I continue? Even your prayer point, 75 gone, you change them. Your prayer point, 70. Analyze it, honestly. Okay, how many people in New York are praying that they should not die by accident that year? How many prayer points like that? Motor will not jam you this year in New York. Who prays that prayer? 95% of your problem is over when you leave this shop to a Western world. And that's why we must make it better. But let me tell you how we will do it. We have to force. You see, what you don't have, you can't give. Until we Africans become rich first, we can't change Africa. We can't. And I'm telling you, it's the private sector that has the power to change it. How many of you have watched a video called The Men Who Built America? Can I see that? Is that not what that movie taught us? The rail network in America was not built by government. It was built by a man, Andrew Carnegie, right? Andrew Carnegie. The petroleum sector was not built by government. It was built by John D. Rockefeller. The banking sector, JP Morgan. Should we go ahead? So some of you who hate Dangote, you better go and repent. Because you don't understand that big countries, that's how it's done. It is when those people become so big, government will now come in to kill the monopoly. That's what they did for John D. Rockefeller. He became the first American billionaire. He was richer than America. So they had to divide his company into Shell, Mobil, right? And so on and so forth. They had to break it. That's what American government did. It wasn't that they created it. It was that the same thing that is happening in social media. 50 years from now, you see the level of government control on social media. And those who are born will be thinking government started social media in America, but not knowing that it was Mark Zuckerberg. I don't know whether you understand my point. So the same thing needs to happen in America, in Nigeria. A lot of people need to become big, and I'm not against it. Government needs to start putting some, so that they don't now structure things in a way that is only them that can succeed in that sector. Am I making sense at all? But we need to take responsibility. And I've made up my mind, this real estate, I don't put my leg, I don't enter. Put the whole headache of real estate in Nigeria on my head. We will solve it. And mark my word, 50 years from now, record this message. Right? The man that changed real estate in Nigeria, this man you are seeing. And I won't do it alone. You will join me. We are doing together. Does that make sense at all? We are doing what? Together. Many of you seated here will soon come and launch your own estate. Some of you, your own real estate will be bigger than mine. It will happen. And I genuinely mean it. And I genuinely wish you well. The air is too big. There's only traffic on the ground. At the top, there's no. Have you seen traffic at the? They say airplane go slow. So the reason the plane didn't land, there's traffic. It's at this bottom where there's 20 million housing deficit in Nigeria. My own company will do 25,000 between now and the year 2035. Remaining how many? There's room for all of us. Does it make sense at all? There's what? There's room for all of us. What I offer you is mentorship. Right? And tomorrow, I'm not aware of the workshop taking place tomorrow in our office here in the town. You are aware? If you are not aware, please register for it. It's 2 days. It's called the Real Estate Business Growth Conference. Right? There's a lot we can't take in 2 hours today. It's a full day, 2 day, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We are going to be giving you food, we're giving you t-shirts, we're giving you training materials, right? And we are holding your hand even after the class. We're also going to be giving 300 leads that you should call, so that you can make at least 10 sales by the end of, or 20 sales, so that you join us. I thought you were going to clap. And so the serious holding you by the what? By the hand. Are we together now? What I hate is mediocrity in this part of the world. Everybody is so arrogant, nobody can train anybody. Nobody is good enough to train you. That's our problem, particularly in the business sector. In the church sector, that's why the churches are growing. They do that. Somebody is a mentee of somebody is a mentee of. Are we together? But in business, you just wake up, say, which sector is working? Real estate. I'll start my real estate business. No structure, nothing. Right? Before you know it, you begin to turn people's life upside down. So what I'm trying to do is to find a way we can start sanitizing the system. How do you become a proper broker? I sold $2 million in 2 weeks. In fact, 1 week in Dubai. 1 week, $2 million. Because I understand this thing works. Right? And my biggest strength starting was knowing how to sell. Because even if you want to own your own real estate, the first issue is, can you sell it? Are we together now? Can you sell it? So building that skill is what we're going to be doing tomorrow. The training is, how much is the training? Is it on my slide? Let me even talk about it before I come. Also, you can be one of our contractors. There's a website for that. Just show. For the cost of the training is $250,000. Yes, it's a 2 days, a full day training for 2 days. And we're even going to be getting a certificate for it. But can I do discount for the first 5 people? Who want discount? Who genuinely want to come? Because it's not equal about doing discount. Who think I need this one? This is what I need. Okay? So what we'll do is the first 5 of you to register, you get a 50% discount. Are you happy about that? Okay? So you need to know, first of all, the 250 is not a profit business. It's what we are giving you. Are we together now? That sums up to that. For example, if we were to have charged for today now, based on what it cost us, this all is $1 million plus that you are sitting with. Now sometimes it's easy to just be analyzing. I see sometimes on social media people say, come to Asaba now, come to Kano. As if you funded, you see why politicians make a fool of us. Right? Because we just like Ifa and we're not thinking the financial implication. We just like free things. And so we don't analyze, right, the cost implication of things. So the cost for training you for that, the cost of the facilitators, a lot of what we are going to be giving you, that's what it costs. Are we together now? So it's not, but for the first 5 to register today, we can give you 50% discount. However, going forward, can you go back to the slide? So I won't be able to take this side, just teaching you briefly about who the property agent is, but let's go on. So if you want to be a contractor, we're in need of contractors next year. We're building 4,000 housing next year. So we really need skillful, competent contractors, but they also have capacity, right? If you don't have capacity, so because we don't do prepaid. We've tried prepaid, it didn't work, right? It didn't work, so it's postpaid. You use your money, you build, and you pay your money, right? So if you know you don't have that financial capacity, don't bother applying. But if you do, that's the website. Why do you keep changing? I said just stay on that link for the contractor. I know you want to show the slide of the training, but let's finish this. Is the link not, this is not the link for it? This is the link for materials, okay. So for those of you who are joining to become one of our agents for the brokerage program, write this website down. So here you will see all our flyers, the video, so things you will use to start marketing our property. You will see all the details there. I hope you should have checked this slide and make sure the slide was okay before. You want to zoom? Okay. Can we all write it down? You can't see it. So the site is www.gtechshomes.com/GCP materials. GCP materials. Let me see if I can write it here. GTechsHomes.com/GCP materials. So on that link, you're able to see all the properties that we have. And it's not even just about that. It's not sharp. I think as we off some of the lights, it will have been brighter. So don't worry, go back to it. Do you have the flyer for tomorrow's event? Can you just show? I'll take a few questions. I don't know if you have questions. Okay, I'm going to take a few questions. Can you show the flyer for tomorrow? With a copy of my book. I also have my latest book here. It's called The Billionaire Habits. Due to our number, I won't be able to take pictures with everyone. It's not possible. For those of you buying the book, I will not just take pictures with you. I'll sign the book for you. I'll autograph it for you. So it's my latest book. It's called The Billionaire Habits. So as a teenager, I read Rich Dad Poor Dad, and that book changed my life. And I felt that there's no African context version of that book. Okay? That teach you about how to make, manage, and multiply money. And the biggest mistake many of us made was we went to university thinking we'll be rich. And we never asked ourselves, is my professor the richest man? If my professor is not the richest man, then university is not for wealth. You only learn about wealth informally by reaching out to those who have already done it, reading how they did it, and success leaves clues. Tell your neighbor, success leaves clues. So what I've done is to put my story in this book. It's going for 25,000, but I think they're giving discount today. You can buy it for 20,000. Okay, it's $47, but you just give discount. So you can get 20,000. Make sure if you're getting it, I want to sign it for you and take pictures with you so that you can show me in the future. I read this book and this is how it's changed my life. Right now as I speak to you, I'm getting testimony from Tanzania, Zambia, Canada. Right? In fact, somebody sent a testimony from Saudi Arabia because we do global delivery about how he read this book and it has changed his finances forever. One of the things I shared in this book is that two poor people cannot help themselves. One must first climb the ladder and get to the top before he throws the rope to help the others. When I started building wealth, one of my biggest problems were my family members. And I'm sure many of you have the same. They were using something called emotional blackmail. Right? God, we see you on social media. God has helped you. Can you give me 20K? Can you give me 50K? If I kept doing that, I would have spent investors' money and would not have built a multi-billion naira corporation today. Today, the same me is going back to help as many of them as I can. The one I can sponsor to do masters, the one I can send to school. I'm doing it. But I'm able to do it without it hurting me. But while growing up, are we together now? If I kept doing that, I would have eaten my capital. And that's what many of you are doing. You have allowed people to use sentiments. Sentiment. In my village, I don't have a plot of land. It's one of the mistakes many of you make. If you have used the money you used to build 5 bedrooms in your village, bought a plot in Abuja, you know where you will have been by now. You know the value of that property by now. Or you bought a plot in Lagos, you know the value by now. But because again, what will people say in my village? Poor people buy what they don't need to impress people who don't care. May you be delivered. As you read this book, you will be delivered. Okay? You will. Because people think this wealth thing is mystery. It's just principle. Just following the right principle and you're on your way. Right? But what helps you is when you can read somebody like you who did it, you can console yourself when they start calling you all manner of names. You know you will still go back to help them. Are we learning at all? Right? One of the people I heard this story from, I think it was Pastor Poju that I heard it from. He said his landlord, he had to ask him, sir, why do you have property everywhere? He said, sit down. 2 poor people cannot what? Help themselves. So my family member will come, borrow me 10K, borrow me 20K. He said, no, I don't have. Where do you want me to get? He said, today, those same family members will go and visit them and give them a key to a brand new car. You know why? Let me say this, and you should write it down. Rich people do not spend the first, the second generation of their money. They only spend the third. I need to break it down. Eh? Do you understand what I've just said?
Yes.
No, you don't understand. I hope I won't go into another lecture. Now, there's something called active income. What is an active income? Huh? Yes. The kind of income that requires your presence to pay you, God bless you. Active, can you get mic across and one of the ushers should hold it. Active income is the money you make from salary. And by the way, I want every one of you not only to buy this book for yourself, buy for your pastor, buy for your friends. If your pastor doesn't have this right mindset, he will make you poor with his preaching. Right? So, more importantly, active income is your salary. If I speak and I charge $20,000 to speak at events, right, is my active income. Right? Now, nobody becomes rich with their active income. That money you get from salary, if you are a business owner, you should place yourself on salary as well. Right? You're a public speaker, you author books, those things, active income. That money you should never spend that money. That money is for investment. You should budget the money, and a huge portion of that money should be put into what? Investment. Now, what do we now mean by second generation? When you put that, money into an investment, the returns on it is called what? First generation. The first returns. Are you listening now? Then that interest, what do you do again? You reinvest it. The returns on it is called second generation. Then that one again, you what? You reinvest it. The third is called third generation. It's the third generation rich people use. That's why they will buy private jets, you don't touch them. That's why they will buy Rolls Royce for the king of their town. Bua bought Rolls Royce for Emir of Kano. Doesn't even know he has spent money. Because that is third or fourth generation. Are we together now? These are things that a lot of poor people do not know. So you will see rich people, you want to compare yourself with them. You are angry, you think they live lavish life. You don't understand the system. They are not spending their active income. Are you learning at all? I hope something has clicked here. right? That first money has gone to something else. Then that something else has brought in. So the one they are spending, so buys car for everybody, help everybody, spending the top. You that you are not at his level, you say, ah, no. Life is in phase size per time. I will in my village out generation. Learning at all. Yes, then you think I need to right? I don't know what I'm talking about. Come here. I am past spending that 2 days friends here to train. Make it exciting. If you pay to come to me and next tomorrow training, the training is not worth it. I will give you back to yeah, you can please come. I'm sure 125,000 can't buy bonds straight. Am I wrong? Don't do things you cannot be doing. Some of you are wearing designers and you have not designed your life. And you say, no, it's too expensive. There's nothing expensive. It's relative to how you do it. This year I spent $205,000 on mentorship. So if you see me talk this sound, okay, I don't bring them from heaven. I learn them. And I pay to learn it from those who have it. Are we together now? So please register. If you are really serious that you want to go into real estate, I will spend the next 2 days with you. And I promise you, like I said, I'm even giving you 300 phone numbers of people who are registered to buy property. So that immediately it's not just, some of us wish our life will change. We are not determined yet. We just wish, we just want it, but we are not determined. One of the things that changed the biggest shocker was, right? Breadwinner, because my dad's business had collapsed before I was born. Did everything. I told you she used to take us to go and borrow money. And kept going to teaching. In fact, one day my brother went to her and said, may God forgive you. May God forgive you. 6 months. 6 months. They did not diagnose her. For 6 months. Office, her boss, she works. Pregnant woman, she's not pregnant. That is nice. Some of you want to take good care of our staff. Housing, accommodation for them. Because I know what it means to work somewhere. He was in tears that, So he said, look, if all of us will contribute money, we must send you to a private hospital now. Hospital could not diagnose 6 years. 3 days. But that was the beginning of my life. Because reality dawned on me. I was cutting with a friend of mine. I remember telling them I'm trying to get a job. I had a cover letter that said, don't until I perform in your company. First shocker. My best friend, family friend, after burial, said the mother said I can't stay in the house. First shocker. Second shocker, now going to distribute the CV. The first place, they said they don't have table and chair. I said, don't pay this salary for 6 months. They said, there is no table and chair. The third place, the reception collect my CV and walked away as if I wanted to take a job. The third place, the guy said, you have done business on campus, go and continue. And that was the angel that changed my life. Right? I had no choice. I used to go to 20 hospitals every day, trekking. There was a day in our house, 2 days, no food. I believe some of those who patronized me then, they saw my face that if you don't, this guy, you don't saw. I will walk, and it was work SMS. So I had a strategy. You know, poverty will make you smart. That's why I'm still one of the most intelligent people you meet, but now poverty makes me intelligent. Poverty. So I said to them, then bulk SMS just came out. I said, instead of sending SMS to parents one by one, we can help you send in bulk. Just give me 500 naira in your account, right? Anytime you have SMS, give me the numbers. I said, we don't even have numbers of, yes, GSM just came out. So our parents don't even have, I said, don't worry, I'll follow your teacher to all the classes. Tell the students they should bring their parents' phone number, but you need to tie it down. 500 naira today, 500. I don't know what I said. Some of them started subscribing. Right? Sir, don't give up. Tell your neighbor, don't give up. Don't give up. In the same business, by 2015, we're already a household name. That year we did over 200 million. And that's when we then diversified into real estate. Today we're a multi-billion-dollar corporation. May your story be sweeter than mine. So, in this country, if you are really determined, I tell people, I said, the reason why many of you have not turned things around for yourself, you really have options. You see, I have one uncle somewhere. You see, I have one auntie in New York who is sending you $100 when you are Rasa. That kidnappers are very close to your house. Right? Some option. If you really get to where I was, I had no choice, sir. I had no choice. Right? So I had to do everything. One day I pasted poster from Songwater to Ikeja along. It's more like pasting poster from here to Metama and back. I started 10 a.m. I finished 12:30 a.m. You know what I mean? The next day. I was coming down from Molwe without trying to cry. Abba, you a graduate. How can you be suffering like this? And something said to me, said, why you? One day you will tell people this story. This story. Some of you are struggling like it can't happen. Today I go to places, maybe you went to Harvard. Sometimes on social media, some people say, maybe in America they give out money, come they post and say, you start business 1,000 naira. Say, who to? Say, it's easy, motivation. Because the whole story now looks like somebody is just putting something together to make it look sweet. But your own will be sweeter than this. So don't give up. Don't what? Tell your neighbor, don't give up. Don't give up. It is, you see, you are close. Do you know that it's when you are closer that you get more time? Right? You're closer. You're closer. Right? Some of you, how many of you want to go to Canada? Because I know some of you are just sitting here, your mind is in Canada. And I'm not saying don't go. I'm just saying, at least become somebody here. So that when you get there, you'll be like me. Do you know GTS owns the largest African hub in Dubai today? Largest African hub. You should clap. And we open the business this year. That's what you should do. So you go to Canada, you literally turn things around. Because a lizard here will not be alligator in Dubai or Canada. Right? That's why you see our people go to all this country. Right now, it's been difficult for Nigerians to go to Dubai. You know why? Some Nigerians left here and started courtesy in Dubai. So you see why you must become an alligator here. So that when you go anywhere in the world, you can still be a first class. God bless you. I hope you got value. God bless you. So I have some of you have questions. Can you take the mic to them?
Can you please stand on it?
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Please sit down.
All right. So if you have questions, raise your hand. So we'll take them out to make it order. Okay, 1. Who else?
Question.
2. Please remember your numbers. Who else?
Please, another person's question can't trigger your question. Only these people who are noting. That's number
3. Who else? Who else has questions? Okay, 4. Can we have one more to wrap up? 6. Okay. 5. Okay, 6 and 7. All right. So.
Who's number one? You should know your number. And you will be your number.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Noah. So you spoke about building relationship. Presently, my company, we're into consultancy in real estate. So, but we didn't just start that way. We started from having people. We started from being an agent as one, and then I built that relationship to a level now where people that know me when I was an agent, just an agent, now know that I'm into real estate, advising people based on the videos you post on YouTube. On your last seminar, I've been there. Your YouTube I follow. Your Facebook also, so I've been able to tap 1 or 2 things from there, and it has been really a helpful material to us. So, but my question now is, those people, among all my client base right now, some of them still see you. How do you try to convert some of them? Like I have a lady now that those days I gave her a 1 bedroom she used to stay in. She's a single mother. I gave her a 1 bedroom she used to stay in there. And now she has gotten a job with a very big firm outside the country. She's a medical doctor in one country. So she came back to Nigeria and was looking for a land to buy. I have this company that we partnered with that we...
So what's your question?
We usually sell them. So my question is, I took her to the land, but that familiarity of her seeing me as that person she used to know before, she didn't actually give me. So she went to buy somewhere else. And I have like 10 people like right now that I'm trying to get their money from developers that have actually defaulted.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So how do you get to,
Beautiful.
Yes.
Nice question. So one thing you want to do is, number 1, you need to invest in trainings and communicate that you have invested in the trainings. I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying. Yes. So one of the things I do a lot, some people don't know. Like this year, you heard me say to you, I have paid this year alone $205,000 for training, and I sometimes even show the trainings, right? It's intentional. If I spend that much on me, come and be pricing me anyhow, right? Because you know you can't. So sometimes it's also that you haven't placed premium. And sometimes you didn't at all. Sometimes maybe you didn't show. Do you understand what I'm saying? That I have stepped up. I'm learning. I'm no longer where I used to be. Right? So use your social media to begin to communicate, right? How you are expanding your knowledge base, as well as how you're expanding your business. Very important. But you too, make sure you invest in that. Because when you meet, right, the communication is supposed to be different. If the communication is still like what it used to be, that's why she won't buy. But if you have loaded up mentally, the way you break down how she's supposed to invest, she'll just be looking at you like, wow, this person is in another level. So the packaging is internal and external, right? And then there's also the place of communicating it. If I buy rats today, you'll see it on Facebook. Rats. I'll post it. I just bought a new rat. Right? I have learned to communicate what I am doing so that people are able to what? To partner. Right? And it's changed. In fact, we just opened our Banana Island office. The first day I got there, because I was out of the country when they moved in, the first day I got to the office, I took a picture in front of my office. And my first day in Banana Island, guess what? There's a guy, top big guy. Ha! I just saw him on Instagram, followed me and said, "Chai, it was Banana Island." And you know, to show that it was Banana Island, he even commented, "Congratulations, impressed." I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So have a way of communicating what you're doing so that some people who felt, and there are people like that, who will feel that you are not at their level yet, right? If you keep communicating, the day you hit what it is that they feel has brought you up, they will reach out. They will even be the ones to reach out. Say, "Well done, I'm proud of you." Right? So communicate, invest. Today now, I don't go for trainings less than $10,000. Intentionally, one, the caliber of people I want to meet are in those trainings. Because I'm no longer selling cheap stuff. So I need to go for trainings where I can meet. Next year now, I'm doing a course for founders. It's $120,000, that course. $120,000. One course. Do you think it's because I have plenty of money to waste? No. I have been doing this since I was in university. I get 10,000 allowance. I would spend 5,000 on training. It's been a culture. But it's what has helped. You keep stepping up. Keep stepping up. So today now, you are in this training. Take a picture. Right? You buy a copy of this book. Right? Take a picture with me and post it. I say, I've gone to learn from Persuade Sabi Road. Call me the billionaire, whatever. You know, it starts as a joke. I don't know whether you understand. It becomes real. When I started this journey, my older brother, because he was wealthier than I do, he's into agriculture, sports and all that. He used to, tease me and say, "CEO, Oga CEO." Today now, he's one of our consultants on payroll. The story has changed. He's CEO indeed. I don't know how you get. So you don't bother about, sometimes some of them will joke, forget it. You remember, there's something called neuro-linguistic programming or neuromarketing, right? It starts as a joke. Over time, it becomes what? Yeah. It becomes real. Because they will see now. When I started calling myself billionaire, some people say, "Is it true? She not lie. She not true. She don't reach out. She no be so." But that even got them to start noticing. Of course, when they start seeing our estate, our asset, today they say, "True, now big guy." So, I hope you've learned something. I answered you very well. Good. Yes.
Please, can you stand?
Thank you very much for the opportunity. My name is Dr. Theophilus Cornerstone. Please, the young man that asked the question, can you stand? Please come out. Please put your hands together for him.
And I like that you asked that question, because a lot of people will hide, issues that you need.
Stand here.
I'm sure you want to give him a gift.
I want to. Thank you for making today a reality for us. Because if you never asked this question, it means what he has been speaking for the last 2 hours or 3 hours is almost a waste. The question he asked is this. I'd like you to understand what he asked. You are on floor number 1. Hello? The people who want to deal with you are on floor number 17. True or false? How do I make them know that floor number 1 and floor number 17 has a lift? That's the principle, sir. Am I correct, sir? Peradventure, you don't know I am a professional speaker. I hope to be at the program tomorrow. This is the challenge, sir. You thought that it is products that are bought. You do not know it is personalities that exchange value. I was in this Abuja yesterday to do an investiture for 20 doctorates. We did not listen. We have money to pay for Transcorp, sir. We didn't go. We have money to pay for the top-notch hotels. Do you know what and where we decided to use? National Merit Award House. So that in their mind, they would feel this is the same place where CON is recognized. This is where government recognizes its own awardees. The same stage you are sharing with an organization. It took us a lot to get, but because of it is personalities that transmit value, not products. What happened was this. A woman came from America. You used your office to do the meeting. Why not say, Madam, I will be at Transcorp by 2:30. I'd like you to come, let's have some dinner together, and then we can talk over the table. Did you hear that? To have a meeting, sir, at Transcorp for that meeting won't kill you for 10,000. I learned it from Dr. Steve. He would invite me to come and speak for him. And it is Pro T. Hello? Imagine taking me to Pro T and then booking for meal. The meal is 25,000 naira. Hello? Meal. Single, sir. Remember 2 years ago. Single meal is 25,000 naira. We have 4 on the table. 100,000 naira has just gone. When you are going home, a thank you is enough rather than asking him, where's my honorarium? Do you understand that? A thank you is what? Because for the last 10 years, you have never taken yourself on this street. Somebody just treated you to a good meal. When he says, sir, so how much do we pay you now? You remember you have been students together. Do you understand what I'm saying? The challenge you are having is that you are thinking products are being sold. No, people don't sell products. People sell personality.
Preach it.
And until you understand that your person is just being valued now. I am, for example, a person who is averse to social media. I don't like my picture on what? Social media. Because the things I do are too big for a person to show his face on. I, by God's grace, run a professional body in Nigeria. It is number 2 in Africa. Would you want to see my face for that? He wants to see my face. But for me, hello, it is too big for my face to show. Do you understand what I'm saying? But you see, everyone still sees me. So because I could not buy the suits they can see, I opened a tailoring center that can sew it. Do you understand?
They don't understand.
They don't, sir. To buy the suit, it is 150,000 naira. To sew it by a quality tailor, it is 30,000. You will not come and open my cloth now to know there's no badge on it. To wear elite men, I have bought the logo. I sold it. It's inside. Did you see it? My tailor sold it. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you have not.
What he does require that he wears quality. Right? So you go get one of is one of his business. You go get that same type of suit.
Material.
Understand how they sew it and start wearing one. Technically, the person even thinks you are wearing because there are patterns to them. He just so you have still. Meanwhile, you didn't spend the kind of money you're.
So I am going to do you something. I'm going to give you. So how much do we give you?
It's up to you.
Okay, I'm going to give you 50,000 naira. So change your wardrobe and call her again. Are you listening to me? And say, peradventure you still have a business in mind. You can contact me. There are about all those people whom you are trying to recover money for now have become your testimony. If you had transacted with me before, this problem will not arise. Do you hear what I'm saying? Because of the kind of personalities I meet, I don't have a personal car. I rent cars. Do you understand now? The person I'm meeting determines the type of car to rent.
Yes.
Because of time, we gotta go. So let's go.
I think I should just leave it here.
Yes.
It is the 90% of what you came for here.
Yes, sir.
For a man to translate his money to you in millions, your personality does not have to look it. Your person must.
What?
You didn't hear what I said?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Your personality is how you spend the money when it has entered your account. The person is who received it.
Yes, sir.
This person can have 200 million naira in his account. But I mean, this personality can have 200 million naira in his account. But this person is not worth my 5,000.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Come on, put your hands together.
All right. So,
Are you getting
number
value?
2.
So you see why I said you cannot let his own question trigger, because once they start giving answer, many people now want to also ask questions. But you got value, huh? Yes.
Good evening, sir. Thank you so much. I admire you. First and foremost, I want to thank you for the privilege given to us for this free to come and learn from you. I came through Wazobia when I got your step. So, before I ask my question, to summarize what I've learned from what you have taught us now is that in a short while, we should not really be dependent on government. Don't depend on people.
Yeah.
Depend on yourself. Be creative.
Yeah.
Before you start.
True.
That's my summary of what I've learned now.
True.
And my question is, sir, you said something. Poverty. I don't like you.
Yes. Absolutely.
Like the program you want to start maybe in 1 week or 2 weeks, or is it 2 days, you said?
It's a different level. It's a different level. See, I'm a Japanese. Right? American bombed us, put nuclear weapon on our place. But I turn things around. I'm a billionaire in America today. So my point is, some of the people you want to meet, if you are not yet at their level, you can't compare what they are telling you to do. And I've made that mistake in time past. Now, I insist that people pay. You know, the cheapest of my coaching program is $10,000. Sometimes I keep discount. I think we're having Black Friday and Cyber Monday for $1,000. But I have learned not to reduce it. At some point, I realized that I became the problem to the so-called mentees. Why? Because they were not at the level I was. When I started mentoring, literally, students don't come back from my class. Because I'm giving them targets for their own business. And I say, okay, you are putting too much pressure on me. So I've learned that, look, sometimes we fail to realize we're at a level that if we don't allow you grow, right, to catching up to now being able to understand. If you can afford $10,000, you will understand what it's teaching. Because for you to even be able to afford it, then you most likely are at the level where what I'm telling you to do, something you can do. Am I making sense at all? So that's why I created different layers. There's the free one, over 1,000 videos on YouTube for free. Second layer, there's my book, there's the Steve Acta University, $47 every month. You get access to quality mentorship from me. Next layer, there's the $10,000 coaching program where we are doing $1,000 for Cyber Monday and Black Friday. And then the last layer is the one-on-one coaching for people who own estates, you know, but they are struggling to put structures and all that. That's between $20,000 and $50,000. So there's a level to it, right? But to make sure you also don't feel that we're just motivating and it's your money we want to collect. That's why we made today's training free, right? And bear the entire cost. Rather than charge you 100,000 or 50,000, let me make it free. Come learn, get value, right? Your growth is more important, you know, but with all sense of humility. The reason we charge is so that you can value. A guy paid Do you know he has failed to appear in 3 of my meetings now? Swear for him and say he paid $12,000. Because I value my time more than money. I don't know whether you understand. So I fix an appointment with you and you are not showing up. Am I making sense at all? So if somebody paid $20,000 and is struggling to catch up, how much more if I make? You value it when it comes to whether I work. Okay? So
Next one. Not now.
Beautiful. Start off. Yes. Okay? Number 3.
Good evening. Good evening, all. Doctor, we want to appreciate you for this wonderful presentation and opening of minds. Sometimes you might have an idea, but if somebody does not help you to open it, you might not know the richness of it. I'm not only thanking myself, I'll be thanking you for myself alone. I'm equally thanking you for my family because I like catching them young. I came with my whole family, even my baby.
Come on, let's clap for him. That's nice. Wow, beautiful wife. I'm sure you buy money.
My baby of 8 months has equally tapped into this knowledge. So tomorrow when you see her doing wonderful work, not only I say I tapped a very good knowledge from you. Aside that, I have some few questions. The brokerage, can one register as an individual or you register with your company name? That's the first question. Number 2, I want us to, because one of the things that real estate. But when I saw your profile, I went through it and I've seen some video. I was motivated, and that's why I'm here. So I want you to open up our minds, because it's something that is real among us. The concept about this issue of thought force in the real estate. When I say thought force, I talk about the concept of diabolic thought force. When it comes, for you to be able to succeed in it, it must always be diabolic. I want us to open up our minds on it. Number 3, I want to equally ask, if you are a brokerage to GTEX, can one equally sell outside GTEX properties? Then the last,
only 4 questions.
So sorry about that. The last, but not the least, as a follow-up to what our brother equally said, I want us to equally enlighten us to separate the business communication on social media. How to separate business communication on social media from showmanship, because of the times we have and the challenges we have in our country. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Very good questions. First of all, you're free to register as an individual, as a company. Anyone is by us. Number 2 is diabolic. I don't understand. Maybe you mean by omonile or challenges you face when you buy properties and maybe somebody is trying to take it over from you. The first thing I always say is that everybody is using something. If you are not using something, they'll use it for something. Right? So, for me, I'm using Jesus, and I write it on my forehead. I'm not ashamed of it anywhere. I mean, I do business in Dubai, we still pray. Right? So I don't have shame in that one. Because only a fool is shameful of what is gainful. Right? So, and based on my belief, if charm works on me, I would sell my Bible. I will. I will. I've had situations people pointed gun at me. I told them, shoot. If it enter, there's no God. I may be in heaven, but I will go and tell you. We'll make the conversation faster. Right? I believed you while I was on earth, and this gun entered me. So I have it. I'm not religious, but I'm not religious. I'm very spiritual. Okay, very spiritual. So I'm not religious, but I'm very spiritual. So I think you should be too. Right? If you believe in Obatala or traditional medicine, carry it well. If you believe in Allah, carry it well. Right? If not Jesus, you believe, hold that way. Right? But this one way, you are not in any. So use it for something. So I hope I've answered that part. Now on the brokerage part, or social media, marketing yourself on social media, I believe that's it, right? Social media marketing. So I think that, I don't know why anybody feels, again, people have different principles, and my rule is that whatever works for you, follow it, right? Dr. Cornerstone doesn't like social media, and I think one of, if he's going to be honest, is that he didn't catch up on it faster, right? So he has then been able to figure out a conventional way of still doing his business. Are we together now? But I can assure you, if he had added social media, it would have been times 100 than where he is now. Because I will not have gone global. You don't understand how big my brand is, particularly internationally. Maybe some of you in Nigeria that don't know me. I organized a training in Turkey. I announced it on social media 48 hours, right? And the entire place was filled up. Turkey. I was in Tanzania for the first time. Everybody there were Tanzania, and they all know me. So that's what social media can do. It takes your business global. We will not be in Dubai and be selling. How can we? Our sales projection this year in Dubai is $20 million. Who opens an office in a strange land that he doesn't live and has a $20 million target? That's social media, because we build credibility and reputation over time. Right? So social media work. Now, in terms of, our times, I think some of us exaggerate security issues in this country. Right? I think we really do. First of all, don't be careless about your security matters. Don't. Treat your domestic staff well. Right? Treat them well. It's also a critical thing that I must say here. Because nobody can just kidnap you without partnering with your domestic staff. Nobody. Right? And when you treat them well, they are not just going to wake up and tell somebody to come and kidnap you because there's some money they want to make. And also build goodwill. Right? Build goodwill. I really don't see anybody kidnapping me. They will not. They'll probably will fall in love with me and say, okay, go back. Right? So build goodwill. There was a senator that they said they kidnapped because the man said kidnappers are nothing, and he spent many days, right? he kidnappers dead. But more importantly, I think we all need to take responsibility for our security. Right? All of us. Right? All of us. Security can be easier. And how do we do that? Let's start providing jobs. Let's start what? Let's start providing jobs. The people you call kidnappers, right, are people who are struggling financially and they were wrongly mentored to go into crime. I don't know that you understand what I'm saying. So if we all take responsibility, I was in one of our sites in Lagos, and I saw this guy, I think he's 14-year-old, he was doing carpentry work. I said, who brought this teenager here? And it's wrong. He said, oh, his daddy has died. I said, okay, from today, this guy, till he finished school, is on my scholarship. And since that day, I've been sending him to school. I sent him back home immediately. I sent my team to go and reach out. And if I see the boy today, I don't even know. I've never met him since that day. And I have several people like that. So let's have genuine, I tell people, some of us, the reason why God can't put money in our hands is because He knows you are selfish. It's all by you and your family. Let's genuinely, right? Genuinely, are we together now? Try to start solving unemployment issues. Let's genuinely start doing it. Some guys from Nimasa were in my office, partnering with us to provide housing for their members. And as they entered, the number of young people they saw, in fact, the woman said she immediately sent message that this is the address I am in. Because she just saw young people, and it was Friday. Friday we dress casual. Young people with laptop. She said she was scared. So when she came upstairs and saw my pictures, I know this man. So she was like, I said, I had no choice than to employ young people. I cannot be alive and my own constituency will not have job. No. Why do you think many people here are young people? Because intention. I don't like TikTok. I'm not a social media guy. Most of you don't know. For TikTok, I had to get a guy that I pay over $1 million every month. I'm viral now on TikTok. If you're on TikTok, you have seen my viral video. Over 4.5 million views. Less than a month. Right? But I needed to connect with young people. That in my lifetime, I must play a part in changing the mindset. Are we together now? And helping them believe they can still do something. There's a guy who volunteered for videography today. He was in Rwanda, right? That I met him. Came for volunteered for me in Rwanda. I said, and he told me his challenge. I said, you are struggling here. Come back home. Come back home. It's not that bad. Volunteer said, come back home. If you're tell your neighbor, let your life start adding value. It's not about money. Everything is not money. The young must come back to Nigeria and reset his life. Right? So some people, enough of bad news. Follow me on social media. How many bad news have you ever? You think I don't? It's a rule. I must encourage them of their own. I don't need to add my own. Right? So, and that's what we all need to do. When we all start having this conversation, are we together now? We change this country. We have we just need hope. I've been saying everywhere. That's why this book. And just figure out the solution by ourselves. Right? We just need hope. That use words. Even if it doesn't do one road, Nigerians will do the road themselves. These people, Nigerians are resilient. They're resilient. You just need somebody to push hope to the heart of. We figured the thing out. Figure it out. Nigerians that are living with kidnappers and they figured out how to pay levy to kidnappers. You don't understand. Right? We can solve our problem. We just need leaders that can inspire us. That's all. That's all. So, and we'll get there. It starts with small meetings like this. Are we together now? Let's all just keep reverberating. And one more thing, right, that we must also do. Please, when your brother is falling, help him. Help him. You see all these things we do in Nigeria. Yeah, you can clap if you want to clap. Right? All these things we do in Nigeria. You hear somebody struggling with his business, you join to condemn the person. Now instead of trying to reach, it's up to the person if he accepts your advice or not. I don't know whether you understand, but try and reach out, help somebody. I'm not saying monetarily, but guide. I used to have this problem. Maybe you should try this way. And that's our problem. Somebody is going through tough times. I know him. Now 419. Which business they say that they do? So forget it. Try and help. Do your own. Not for anything you get back, but you see it will come back to you. Right? Have you gotten value? I hope we can take all the questions. I'm not sure we can. One more, and we're done. One more, we're done. Because we gotta go.
Thank you very much. Everybody. Very much. I'm so happy to be here this evening. If 10% of Nigerians who are actually in your class is doing what you are doing, I'm sure we won't be where we are. And you actually motivated us. For me, my question is tomorrow's meeting. Please, I need to get the details. I will do all I can to be in that meeting because I'm from Igbo speaking part of this country. We say in Igbo language that I'll try to explain. All right. When you hear the smell of mess, you go know how powerful the child will be. All right. So I know that if I can be in that meeting tomorrow and next, what we are getting is just, a piece of a pinch of salt. So, sir, please, I need the details for tomorrow's meeting. So let me start right now to, strategize how to be there. By all means, thank you very much. I will encourage you to be there too because, I'm sure we'll be glad we did.
Yes.
Thank you.
Can you take the mic to him? So those of you who want to register for that, just go to the back. There's a beautiful lady there called Queenette. Queenette, can you, Maldivan? She was in our last Maldives trip, so if she's talking somehow, I understand that she can't shout. So she will help register you for the event. Please note that you cannot just bump into the event. We need to know exactly how many people are coming. We need to arrange for your meal, your certificate, and a lot of stuff like that. So you have to. So make sure you make a deposit today towards it or pay in full. So yes, there's a person. Madam, you didn't raise your hand.
Yes, sir.
You didn't raise your hand. Yes, go ahead.
Good evening, all. My name is John Oliver Esso. I'm a professional marketer. I'm also into real estate. My question is just what happened right now. I'm the number 4th person to speak before him. So when it comes to personal brokers, which are just registered after getting the website, how do we have that confidence, that prudency in this company that whenever we market, we go out to source clients and give them brief that they don't go behind us to do the business with you because your company is a company that is well known?
Thank you. Very good question. Please give the lady the mic. The answer is simple. Don't be an agent, be a consultant. Right? If you're a consultant, there's no way, are we together now? A client will go behind to the company because you offer more than the product. Remember what Cornerstone just taught you. You are not selling products. You are selling personalities. Does that make sense? Now imagine me selling anything. I don't care what that thing is. And the person will go behind you to go and meet the company director. They won't do it. Because, I bring to the table beyond. Okay, in Dubai at the moment, we're just starting our 12-story building in January of next year. All through this year, what have we done? We sold for other developers, Emma, Shoba, Tiger. And we've also raised people that when you then sell, we get commission, we still pay you as well. Now the question is why? You can go to Emma website and buy. You can go to Shoba website and buy. You can go, these are companies, no. Why do people buy through GTEX? Because we sell more than just the product. There's a name. In fact, there was a guy who paid $1 million for his property in Dubai. When he came to the office to get, it was before the property, it was off plan. So the property was now fully done. He came for his key. I had to ask him, I said, okay, and you sent $1 million without meeting me. Right? And funny thing is that I don't personally process transactions. Even if you meet me today, you have to still go through our team. Right? So I said, what gave you that confidence? He said, first of all, the person who recommended you almost vowed with his life that you're a man of integrity. And I don't know the person. He said, second of all, when I did my research, I knew your name is bigger than $1 million. I knew you see why we talked about building your brand. So I knew your brand is bigger than that. So I knew I was safe. So build that relationship beyond that. People, because there is no guarantee to that. And the only reason people go behind is that they were not confident about you. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. They are either doubting maybe you added money, they are doubting whether you don't have the right information, they are doubting, which is why we say do product knowledge. Right? I know this week they are going to take, by the way, you get SMS. They will take you to every of the property. Do video there. Ask questions. Understand what you are selling. So usually it's when you do agent. You know, agent is just, I introduce you. I don't even know the price. I don't even know the land. No, be so agents they do. That's what agents do now. I'm talking about typical agents. They don't know the land. They don't know. They are just doing, I meet you. And then when it's time to collect money, right? Everybody is now fighting. Now me refer am. Now me bring am. One house, you ask me a question, you need to face me, okay? You ask me a question now. And I'm answering you and you are discussing with somebody else. Okay? So the answer is build up your capacity as a what? Property broker. There's a way you sound that people will never go behind. Like based on your knowledge of the product, the way you treat them, the way you make them realize that you are not after just your commission. You genuinely care. I'll give you a typical example. One of our clients, right? Not only, let me tell you what we did in Dubai that worked. Not only were we trying to get property from them, we told them, when the property is ready, we'll help you rent it out, and we'll not collect one naira from you, and we'll send your money to you. We are the custodian of your investment. And we did. Every month now, we send people's money from tenants. We help them, went through the headache, get the tenant for them. Some, suddenly, I want to relocate to Dubai, I need to call a compensation. Don't worry, we've done it for you. So, in fact, there was one of my clients, I had to get a business, a consultant, very good in management consulting, to help her business. Do you think that's just transactional relationship? Yeah. So, in being a, by the way, you learn this tomorrow in detail. In being a real broker, if a real broker, sir, your client, now prayer is sent for you. I don't have a single client of mine that doesn't have high regard for me. No one. I said some in residents of UK, they were volunteers as ushers. Right? Because they know that this man, okay, and I can't blame them. You know, when your life savings is one man's company, you are, you are praying for him. Take good care of them. Right? So I want to say crypto. But actually, we don't even take. I'm just joking. But we don't take. Yes.
Good evening, sir.
By the way, I even have a coaching program on crypto. I'm new to crypto. I mentor people in crypto. But I just know the same in crypto. Yeah.
Good evening, sir. My name is Abis. Thank you very much for the backful lecture today. My question is, earlier you said rich people don't spend their first generation, second generation, or third generation.
Yes.
So I want you to give us a real life example of how somebody is just an employee can take something, put it into real estate, get this first generation out, put it back again, get first, second, third to the point where you can actually spend it. Because the thing is, normally real estate,
no problem. Take you, because of time, let me just answer you. Right? So, example is I buy 1 acre of land. Huh? I live, and again, please don't do anything I'm teaching without a mentor. I stopped using money in business when I got mentorship. So today now, I don't care which business you say it's raining. If there is no mentor to mentor me, I'm not doing bad. Somebody just send me a message now. Well, and God, I say thank you, but I'm not doing it. I don't business, and he was right. I would rather spend all my money on a mentor, because what I will learn from the mentor will help me attract OPM. I don't know whether you get what I'm saying. What I will learn from the mentor will bring the OPM. Okay? But if I don't have a mentor, I will waste the entire capital. And even knowledge is not yet complete. I'm just bitter because I lost money, I did this. But even if all my money I put it into mentorship, from what that man has taught me, other people will be willing to invest in, because when they hear me talk, they know I know what I'm trying to do with their money. Does it make sense at all? So it's important to know that anything I'm teaching you, get mentorship. Or you buy 1 acre in land banking, right location, in 5 years, that land will be more than 200-300% higher. You sell 3 plots, right? And you what? You build on the remaining 3 plots with the money you have raised from selling. Does that make sense at all? You rent it out, and tenants start what? Paying you rent. Before you know it, you build more. Because even when you build on 3 plots, you can build like, depend on how you do the design. There are some designs that on 3 plots, they can give you as much as, particularly if you're doing like 2-bedroom, small unit, you can get up to 6 units on a 3 plots. Are we together now? Now, what do? You can sell 2, and then keep 4 for rental income. The money from the 2, what do? You again? You go and buy another land bank. You repeat the same process. Right? In 15 years, tell me how you will not be able to. By 15 years, you're in your 3rd generation money. So the rent they now start paying you that time. You can use it to start doing, go to your village, how are you? You can even throw the money. Is that how you do? Right? Because at that point, it doesn't hurt you anymore. It's just the seed. The main stuff is intact. Have you learned? Yeah, that's all. I'm sorry, I can't take. Where was it? Just speak out, speak out.
Good evening, everyone.
Yes, the question I want to ask is in respect of consultants. Most times, like some counterpart real estate developers or organizations, they have a kind of ID card that can identify someone. When you go, maybe you say you are representing GTEX Home, and you want to market a client. I think it's a kind of suggestion, if it would be advisable for us to have something to identify us, because most times people don't believe in an individual. When you just go to a place and you just say, I am from
I understand your question.
All right.
Because of time. And also, yes, if you are selling for GTEX, you can sell for other companies. Since you are not a full-time staff, nobody can force you to. But full-time staff is only a company you must sell for. Regarding ID card, there is a gold and platinum level. If you are in the platinum level, you have a digital ID card for that, but it's not free. Right? So yes, you can get that. But again, I repeat, I am the MBC of this company. I don't have ID card. Right? Even if I have, it's not with me. And I've been that way for long. But I'm going somewhere. I sell for Emma and Shova. Do I have their ID card? No. Right? So internationally, I sell for other developers. I don't have the ID card. Let's get back to the root cause. Sometimes we try to handle the surface issue. Right? The surface issue is that I don't trust you. That's what it means. I'm asking for your ID card because I don't what? Trust you. But you see, people only do business with those they know, they like, they trust. Why not solve the real problem? One of the things you'll be learning tomorrow is how to build a brand. There's a course, can you highlight the course content? No, highlight it. I can't even see it. One of the things I will teach you tomorrow is how to build your own personal brand, how to use social media, right? It's called information marketing. When you start communicating value, there's a way you communicate value that, we'll teach about the practical session. We're sharing breaking down certain practical experience of what I've done. So the reason they are not trusting you is because you are not their teacher. How many of you don't trust your lecturer? Right? In terms of what they are teaching you. You have no choice if you want to pass the mark in the class. You have to trust. Right? So you will always trust whoever is teaching you. You see, it goes back to you knowing enough to teach. Right? But if what you are saying is just come and buy, the land is in Lugbe. Real estate is beyond that. Now, it's like you are helping me plan my money. See how I just answer his question. Right? So now what I do is, for when I finish training, you should watch some of my videos. Have you noticed? I say, if you have a budget of 20 million, chat me up. So when they chat me up, right, I start asking question. So where is your preferred location? Right? How long do you want this investment to last? What is your projected return on investment? Are you getting, okay, based on this information you are giving me, you know what, let's buy this one, we'll do it this way, we'll do it this way, this is what is likely to. Okay, at the end of the day, you won't do it. Do you see my point now? But when many of us just do is, sir, we have land, it's in Lubeo, just come, but sir, you need some money to fuel my car. You know, and the owner, last time, sir, 6 months ago, he agreed to collect 4 million. But I think now, sir, it's like maybe the thing will be 8 million. It's not his own idea. So, but when you step up, do you understand what I'm saying? When you step up your game, nobody, okay, how can, when I'm done with such person, will they be asking for my idea based on that breakdown? Because you can see that this person, I said, the guy told me, so I invested because I knew, based on what the way, many people always say to me, I said, look, your brain is too sound, right? That I know that what I'm paying you is less than you, and I know you know that your brain is good. That you won't waste time to go and do what is not needed or run away from you. I know, and I know you know, and it's true. I'm too intelligent, right, to be playing pranks. My brain is too sharp. If I'm a politician in this country, 1 naira I will steal, and I'll become richer. 1 naira I will steal. I'm amazed why politicians steal money. There are so many options. One is book. Do you know how much money, right, American politician makes from books? There are so many legal ways without having to falsify figures. But you see, when your brain is dull, it takes, and tell all the politicians that I said so, is the height of ignorance, low brain activity that makes somebody to steal commonwealth. Low brain, your brain cannot function well. It's the height of it. Because if your brain is working, sir, you don't need anybody's money. You don't need government money. You don't need to falsify figure. You don't. Okay? So let's step up our game. Does it make sense at all? Let's step up our game. And you will see what you attract. The money is there. Oh Lord, I can't be your president. This will be the richest country. Yes. You know that you vote for me. So I confess, you do vote.
Sorry, sir.
Yes.
Sorry, sir. I want to chip in something, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. About what this man was, the man that asked the question here about your client going back to deal with the company. I want to deal on that. I want to give him. Okay. Aside from you knowing your clients and taking them to a company, you're a company. Like you said, it's all about branding. You can introduce new things to your business. There's a way you can hold your clients. How can you do that? You can introduce what I call a mandate form, for example. You can go to the company and meet up with the manager, like GTEX. Now you can meet up with the manager in person. Let them get to know you, aside from the website registration. Let them get to know you one-on-one. And then on your own personal self, with your own company logo, that's why you spoke about logo. Logo is very important. With your logo, you can get what they call a mandate form. Once you get a client that is interested in getting land from you, either from GTEX or any other consultancy firm or any other real estate firm, you deal with your client first. Like the man said, you have a meeting with them. If you don't have an office, you organize a restaurant. You give them that mandate form to fill. The mandate form is going to state where they work, their name, everything. Also stating that at the end of that form, you can also even put a clause that for your services rendered, they are going to pay, because some of them believe that you are selling for a company and they don't have to pay you. So at the end of that, you can also put an agreement sign that states that at the end of it, they are going to pay you your commission, which is 5%, and you have them agree and sign. So with that, even without them coming to see GTEx even in the office, you can also take their information and submit it to the real estate company. From there, you can take them to the site, and in case they...
I agree on the mandate form, but I don't agree on charging them on commission. Right? Commission is but mandate form is okay. What is important, I repeat it, sir. Human beings are not selfish as much as we think. If you really give me value, right, something in you feels you have to pay back. It's the way we are wired. Right? If you read the Billionaire Habits book, you understand it. All of you who are here now, who have attended this training for free, there's no way you are not loyal to the brand. And you don't have money to buy 1 naira today, but your mind tells you somebody invested. It's a human thing. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Yes, are there few exceptions? Yes. There are even people I taught them real estate on social media, and they didn't even buy from my estate. They went to go and buy from another estate. So there are few cases, but majority will still be loyal. There are people who bought property from their self. They had known me 5 years ago, and they vowed that day that the day I have money, this man will buy property. He has been teaching me. I've gotten so much value from him. So focus on the value. It's the mindset of by force, they must deal with me that has made our politicians to treat us the way they treated us. I don't know that you get what I'm saying, because all they've done is to put their own destiny in their what? In their hands. Saying that, look, the people like Chief Awolowo, all of these people who did democracy, who fought for Nigeria, what was their end? Or did they have anything? So this time around, let me speak for myself. That's why Nigeria is messed up. But if you can just have that good faith, right? I did the same thing with my staff. It cost me a lot to start training them. Some will leave, but some stay. We have one of the most loyal staff team in the whole of Nigeria today. Right? But it was a case of you have to take a risk. Right? In fact, let me tell you how funny that was. I used to send my staff to Dubai since 2016. The first guy I sent him all expense paid through. 2 months after he came back, he disappeared. He resigned. I repeated it 2017, repeated 2018. Today now, everybody that has gone to Dubai are still part of the system. Right? So, yes, you may be hot, you may have few experience, but keep at it. What is right is right. What is right is what? It's right. It may take time, but you start benefiting. Right? So just do what is right. Just take care of the customer well. Just treat them well. I promise you they will treat you well. Love you all. Thank you. That's all I can take. I've tried, yeah? We'll put your hands together for our branch manager, Mr. Farouk Usman. He's going to drop his number as well as the office address. You can reach him anytime. He's the one that invested, as well as his other colleagues who are here. And I look forward to meeting you tomorrow, 10 a.m. at our office in Metama. You can just Google GTEx Homes, Metama extension, you see the address. I believe those of you who have registered, they will give you the address as well. All of you register, make sure you get the address, you drop your phone number, and see you 10 a.m. I don't do African time. I don't come late for my class. It's rude. I mean, I'm quite strict, right? And when you are coming, put your phone on silence. You'll be receiving all these phone calls. How much have you made from it? Put it on silence, right? You can, I'm telling you, you will see all through the class. My phone won't ring once. I have structured my business, right? First, ask everybody that does business with me, even if it's $100 million you are doing, WhatsApp message. Don't call me. Say who? Right? Don't call me. Also, you must call urgently. We have branches everywhere. Call them. Because even after talking to me, I'll still send you to the office. Put structure in your business. Right? Some of you now, the reason you don't want to come is that, sir, and my job, this job, how far, all these years? My business, this business, all these years, why not dedicate just 2 days? Right? Let's re-engineer this thing around. And I promise you, like I said, 100% money back guarantee, no question asked. After 2 days, not worth it. Just say, I want my money back. They'll give you. And you know I can afford it. It's not what you are paying is for the cost of your food, certificate. Are we together now? See you. God bless you.
Let's jam our hands together for that wonderful. So quickly, before Emily goes down, we just want to come to the podium. Let everybody come to the podium. Our Emily stays in our front and we take a very good picture. Let's do that sharp. That's going to be a wonderful session. So, okay, don't stay beside Emily. All right, go ahead, please. So let's just... No, I know you can't. Okay. Let's pray so that the cameraman can actually cover everybody. All right, so let's pray. Where's the cameraman?
Yeah.
Mr. Camera.
Feel free to spread. The camera.
Okay, we can still spread. It's going to actually, you can climb on the chair. Just spread out. Okay, good. Andy has been covered already. You don't know. He's not showing. So, please. Is it showing now?
Yes, sir.
No, sir. Why don't we just join? Let's join, please. Let's join the crowd. Okay, let's. It's for memory. All right. So.
Are we done? No.
Everybody say G-Tex O's.
So this is you do in batches, like batch.
No, want something like this. The crowd. You want it like that.
You are covering his face.
No, one more. He said he wants one more. You are covering his face, the phone man.
Oh, fuck.
All right, thank you very much. I really appreciate everybody. After now, the branch manager, Farouk Usman, is going to come up to talk about your benefits as a GTEX and associate member. What you are going to gain if you register as a G&A member. Thank you very much. Mr. Farouk Usman is the key man in Abuja. So if you would collect anybody's number, it is the...
Paul. Mr. Paul.
Sir? All right, so if you
bought a book, please go to the back. Our MD is there to sign on the book. If you have bought a book, just go back there. He's going to sign on it. Thank you very much. All right, so for we that are here, we want to register as an associate in answering the questions that some of us asked about being an associate and how we can benefit selling for GTEX. So there is a particular